Toughness. We must have it. It's the secret sauce.
Nix steps up, he throws to Williams. He's got it! Touchdown, Auburn!
Integrity is not always getting it right, or none of us would have it. It's really when you don't get it right, what do you do?
Howard wants to throw. Howard fires. Pass is tipped around. It's intercepted at the 40, the 35, the 30, the 20, the 10. He's gone. Robinson, touchdown!
Love. The next core value is the ability to handle inconveniences that come with relationships.
Campbell in the end zone. Caught!
And the last is why, which is you. We need the fans. We need the Auburn family.
The atmosphere, the crowd, the roar.
That's what's special about this place. What's special about the Auburn family.
Auburn's going to go very long. For me, nobody's going to go. Jackson, Auburn!
Here's up the middle, up and over, and in damnation. He is good. The kick is good. Auburn wins.
Out of the gun, play action, they throw. Wide open, touchdown! Touchdown, Jabarian Johnson! Taken down at the line, he's going to do it. Jason Jones, James with the 20, to the 15, to the 10. He's gone! It's time to respond. Auburn comes back to the Plains after a tough 3-game stretch, and the Tigers again face one of the best offenses in the SEC. But help is on the way. Good evening and War Eagle from Jordan-Hare Stadium with Jason Campbell, Will Herring, Paul Ellen, Brad Law, Gene Dulaney, Patrick Tisdale, and Ben Harley. I'm Andy Bersham. There wasn't much to trumpet from last weekend in Baton Rouge. However, reinforcements are on the way. Keontae Scott and Austin Keys both practice. They are dressed out for tonight's game. 1 week after Auburn faced the offensive fireworks from LSU, Ole Miss brings another explosive offense to the Plains. Quarterback Jackson Dart has thrown for 12 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions, while Quinshon Judkins from nearby Pike Road, Alabama, had the best freshman season in the SEC since Herschel Walker last season. He's already over 2,000 yards rushing with 22 touchdowns as a true sophomore. The Rebels go fast, snapping the ball every 22 seconds. They'll also lead the SEC with 12 fourth-down conversions. A night game at Auburn, a crisp fall evening on the Plains. Just what the doctor ordered. Time for some Jordan-Hare magic. The Outdoor Alabama Countdown to Kickoff continues in a moment.
Hey y'all, this is Ronte, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is the pimento cheese. I was like, go cheese, go pimento, go honey, go get it.
Hi, this is Chantrice, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is the mild spiciness of the pickled jalapenos. No, it's the crispy chicken. Actually, I can't decide. It's the entire sandwich.
Order the Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real Chick-fil-A guests paid for their testimonials.
The sweet smell of victory and grilled burgers still hang in the air. Your tailgate was a big win thanks to your Ford F-150 truck. With available Pro Power onboard, you used your F-150 as a mobile generator. That kept the celebration going long after the final whistle. See your local Ford dealer for great offers on a Ford F-150, the official truck of the Auburn Tigers. See owner's manual for important operating instructions.
Saturdays in the South mean football and outdoor projects. And when it comes to outdoor projects, nothing beats quality John Deere equipment from a team you can depend on. That's why we trust Sun South, where owning the best equipment made is easy and affordable, whether you're working on your lawn, camp, farm, job site, or even ball field. For all your outdoor equipment needs, visit Sun South with 21 convenient locations, or shop online at sunsouth.com. Sun South, equipment for those that do. Sun South is the preferred tractor dealer of the Auburn Tigers.
With Vizzy's vibrant dual flavors, the vibe is yours to decide.
I'm thinking Vizzy Refreshingly Berry. A round of blackberry lemon at the bar?
Could be good. Maybe Vizzy Vibrantly Tropical.
You always say vibrantly tropical.
Come on, a cooler full of papaya passion fruit on the beach?
Oh yeah, that's a vibe. I'm down.
Vizzy Hard Seltzer. Flavored for every vibe. Naturally flavored with other natural flavors. Celebrate responsibly. 2023 Molson Coors Beverage Company. Milwaukee, Wisconsin flavored beer.
You're listening to Auburn football. Now back to more of the Outdoor Alabama Countdown to Kickoff. Visit OutdoorAlabama.com to find your next adventure. Go hunt, go fish, Get outdoors.
A spectacular evening for football as the Auburn Tigers get ready to face the Rebels from Ole Miss. The Auburn University marching band about to make its way onto the playing surface at Pat Dye Field, Jordan-Hare Stadium. We're about to bring you a terrific SEC matchup between the Tigers and the Rebels tonight. For more than 100 years, Eagles have been associated with Auburn's football program. Tonight, Aurea continued the tradition that is uniquely Auburn by circling the stadium and landing near midfield. Her flight represents the combined efforts of the Auburn College of Veterinary Medicine, the Auburn University Raptor Center, and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service in promoting the conservation of all birds of prey. Well, Auburn has been waiting. This team, this coaching staff, Jason, has been waiting for this night, a night game, the SEC here at Jordan-Hare Stadium.
Oh, no doubt this team has been waiting for this. A big opponent coming in here tonight. Auburn needs a big relevant win, Andy, against a really good football team. I think tonight, I think Auburn has a great chance to do that. Come out and play with a lot of energy and play with a lot of fight, because you win this game tonight, you can take them one game at a time, but your season can line up to have something to build off of for this season. 3 drum majors are on the end zone and out at the 3-yard line. The mace is about to be thrown into the turf here at Jordan-Hare Stadium, and that will signal the entrance of the Auburn University marching band. Right now, a gorgeous evening for football as we get ready for Auburn and Ole Miss. Great things are possible when you have the power, performance, and smart features of a Ford F-150, the official truck of the Auburn Tigers. Greatness starts at your local Ford dealer. Jason, what are your Ford keys to the game?
Yeah, number one for me, Andy, last week down in LSU in Baton Rouge, we came out really flat. I think tonight you got to get off the bus when you come into this game with a lot of energy, play with a lot of fire, and bring the excitement to the crowd. Number 2, neutralize Ole Miss in the first quarter. They they're one of the best teams in the nation in first quarter dominance. So we have to come out and make sure we're ready for everything that they throw us in the first quarter. Next thing, stop explosive plays for this team. They're ranked 5th in the country in explosive plays. They go really fast. They put a lot of pressure on you, so be ready for explosive plays. Number 3 for me, Auburn offense. Eliminate negative plays. Eliminate starting 1st and 15 and getting yourself behind the schedule. Start faster in your offense. Last thing to me, just dominate. Dominate from start to finish, and let's go out and win this game.
All right, points 2 and 3. Auburn did not do last week. A quick start and stop the opposing offense. That did not happen immediately in that game at Baton Rouge, and it was an uphill climb the rest of the night. How does Auburn stop this high-powered and very quick, fast Ole Miss offense?
Well, number 1, you got to make sure from a substitution standpoint that everybody's ready to go and locked in. You can't have substitution penalties or guys running onto the field late, because you know Lane Kiffin will snap the ball. And be ready for every situation that they throw at you, because he'll go for it anywhere on the football field. So have your P's and Q's and everyone communicate. But for Auburn defense tonight, though, get to Dart, create some turnovers, make him get the ball out of his hand to help eliminate some of those explosive plays, because his offensive line does a pretty good job of when they're pass blocking, but we got to make sure that we're in position to make sure we force him to get the ball out of his hands early.
The Auburn defense has 12 sacks. Most of that has come when Auburn brings extra help, and this Ole Miss team has only given up 12 sacks. It has been tough to get to Jackson Dart.
Yeah, it's been very tough to get to him, and a lot of it is the respect for their run game. You know, their quarterback, Dart, is very involved in the run game, over 300 yards and 4 rushing touchdowns there, but also, you know, their running back in Judson, he's a really good running back, and last year he had over 2,000 yards altogether, all-purpose yards, so there's still respect there for him, and people don't want to over-pursue, because this guy can still run the football at a high level. He just hasn't had the season he had last year, but you got to be ready in an atmosphere like tonight. Lane Kiffin would try to take pressure off of Dart by giving him the football.
Paul Ellen talked about it in the Tiger Tailgate show presented by Conecuh Sausage. You know, it's really a 3-headed monster running the football. Quinson Judkins, who has 443 yards rushing, 6 touchdowns. The transfer from SMU, Ulysses Bentley the 4th, who has 275 yards and 3 touchdowns. And the quarterback, Jackson Dart, 63 carries, 302 yards, and 4 touchdowns. You stop one of those 3 guys, you've taken away a third of that running game.
Yeah, most definitely. The whole thing is you can't stop everything that Ole Miss do. They're too efficient. They're too fast. They throw a lot at you. But if you can neutralize their run game, force them to be one-dimensional, I think it helps you out tonight a lot in this game.
On the other hand, you've got to establish a run game, and that was never established a week ago down in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, we got behind early. Like you said, we didn't eliminate the explosive plays early in that game.
LSU jumped on top of us 17-0, forced us to get out of our offensive plan, which was to run the football and run it efficient to help keep LSU offense on the sideline. We have to do that tonight in Jordan-Hare. We got to be able to run the ball, but run it efficient to keep Ole Miss offense and limit their opportunities in this game.
Auburn University marching band at the middle of the field here at Jordan-Hare Stadium. The 50 state flags ring the playing surface. It is Auburn and Ole Miss. Stay tuned. We're coming back. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Things we take for granted, ordinary opportunities for parents and their children, can be a foster child's extraordinary. You have the power to do something positive that will change the life of a young person right here in Alabama. Open your heart and open your home to a foster child today. For more information, visit www.dhr.alabama.gov or call 1-866-64-AL-KIDS. Brought to you by the Alabama Department of Human Resources, the Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Of course, we're talking about Auburn's Takeo Spikes.
3 forced fumbles, 2 taken back for a touchdown, like 13 tackles, quarterback hit, hurry. Like, it was straight domination. And to lose the game and find out at the end of the game, hey, Spikes, great game, you won MVP. And I was like, how can you win MVP and you lost the game? This is the second time in history that it's only happened. And I was like, whoa. But it was the mindset that I had that I converted to where it was like, I don't care what may happen. I see Peyton Manning on the other side. I know they got Jamal Lewis, and I don't care who's getting what. You gonna know 55 today.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
Adventure is waiting for you at Alabama State Parks. So, pack your bags. With so much to explore, there's something for everybody. Whether you're hiking the foothills of the Appalachians or wading into the warm waters of the Gulf, finding a vacation that you and your family will love comes naturally at any one of our Alabama State Parks. To learn more, call 800-ALAPARK or visit alapark.com. This message brought to you by your Alabama State Parks.
This is offensive lineman Cam Stutz, and these are the Yellowwood starting lineups for the Tigers.
Defensive line.
Jason Jones, Calera, Alabama, Calera High School.
Marcus Harris, Montgomery, Alabama, Park Crossing High School.
Hildred Falk, Highland Home School, Highland Home.
Linebackers.
Elijah McAllister, Asbury Park, New Jersey, Rumson Fairhaven Regional High School.
Eugene Asante, Alexandria, Virginia, Westfield High School. Larry Nixon, Richland Hills, Richland High School.
Secondary.
DJ James, Mobile, Alabama, Spanish Fort High School.
Nehemiah Pritchett, Jackson, Alabama, Jackson High School.
Zion Puckett, Griffin, Georgia, Sparta High School.
Jalen Simpson, Brunswick, Georgia, Frederica Academy.
Donovan Kaufman, New Orleans, Louisiana, Archbishop Roman High School.
Offensive line.
Dylan Wade, Houston, Texas, South Falls.
Gunnar Britton, Conway, South Carolina, Conway High School.
Avery Jones, Havelock, North Carolina, Havelock High School.
Cam Stutz, Killen, Alabama, Brooks High School.
Jaden Muskrat, Bentonville, Arkansas, Bentonville West High School.
Receivers.
Rivaldo Ferrer, Lauderhill, Florida, Boyd Anderson High School.
Shane Hollywood Hooks, West Orlando, Florida, Olympia High School. Jay Fair, Dallas, Texas, Rockwall East High School.
Jair Shorter, Killeen, Texas, Ellison High School.
Running back.
Jarquez Hunter, Philadelphia, Mississippi, Neshoba Central High School.
Quarterback.
Peyton Thorne, Naperville, Illinois, Naperville Central High School.
Special teams.
Reed Hughes, Conway, Arkansas, Conway High School.
Oscar Chapman, Adelaide, South Australia, Prince Alfred College.
Alex McPherson, Fort Payne, Alabama, Fort Payne High School.
The starting lineups have been brought to you by Great Southern Wood, makers of yellow wood pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
You've been listening to the Outdoor Alabama Countdown to Kickoff on the Auburn Sports Network. Now, it's game time. Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn football is brought to you by Ford. Visit your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the Auburn Tigers. The Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM. By Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system, the unbeatable combination for termite protection. Chick-fil-A. Download the Chick-fil-A app and score big before the game begins. And by Alabama Power, proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers. Alabama Power, power for a better Alabama. Let's go back to Jordan-Hare Stadium with Will Herring on the sidelines. And alongside Jason Campbell, here's the voice of the Auburn Tigers, Andy Burcham.
A roar at Jordan-Hare Stadium as Auburn is about to enter the south end zone at Jordan-Hare Stadium. The Auburn University marching band with the AU on the south side of the stadium. The Tigers and the Ole Miss Rebels tonight. Before we get underway, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network, presented by Playfly. Game day weather forecast is presented by Vizzy Hard Seltzer. Flavor for every vibe. Create and celebrate responsibly. 71 degrees right now, mostly clear skies, low humidity, very little mention of any rain for tonight's game. It is outstanding weather for the Auburn Tigers and the Ole Miss Rebels. The spotlights on the AU at the south end of the stadium. The band is there. We await the entrance of the Auburn Tigers out for tonight's ball game. Should be a terrific atmosphere, and here come the Auburn Tigers in front of over 88,000 strong at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Should be a terrific, it is a terrific atmosphere here, Jason.
Yes, it's a great atmosphere. You couldn't ask for anything better in college football, Andy, to have a night game in Jordan-Hare. I don't think a lot of people understand this is one of the top 3 places to play at nighttime. That crowd does a phenomenal job of getting excited about these games and bringing the energy. You don't have to worry about that tonight. The energy is going to be in here. You could feel it from last night when I got here. I couldn't even get in and get a pizza last night, Andy. It was so many people here. So, I had to rub some shoulders and scoot through some guys to get my pizza last night, but I was excited about this game.
Nearly a tragedy. A near tragedy for you, Jason. I'm glad that you figured it out. Toss of the coin presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one. Auburn's captains, Peyton Thorne, Luke Deal, Cam Stutz, and Elijah McAllister at midfield. Let's head down to midfield for the toss of tonight's coin.
Ole Miss is the visiting team here tonight. They will call the toss. We're going to use the SEC coin.
There's the special from Little Alley.
Heads. The pinwheel with the 14 teams is tails. Ole Miss, I'm going to toss the coin and catch it. If I drop it, we'll do it again, okay? Ole Miss, what is your choice? The choice is tails. The choice is tails. Here we go. It is heads. Auburn, you have won the toss. You want the football. Which way do you want to kick? You want to kick that way? I need you to turn your back over here.
All right, guys, we have won the toss, and we want the ball.
All right, well, thank you very much. That's interesting. Auburn doesn't want to go on defense. You've got this Ole Miss offense that is so powerful. So the Tigers win the toss. Auburn will take it coming out here tonight, Jason.
Yeah, I think we learned something last week. We won the toss and we deferred to the second half, and LSU just went right down the field and scored on us and kind of took the air out of our football team. So I think tonight Coach Freeze said, okay, enough of that. When we win the toss, we're going to get the ball first and see if we can go down and score points first and put more pressure on our opponent.
Well, the conditions are pristine here tonight. The field is in outstanding shape. Very little wind to speak of right now as you take a look at the American flag at the northeast corner of Jordan-Hare Stadium. It looks like it's just a picture-perfect night for football. Now you got to play it. Now you got to go out. You've got to execute, and Auburn's got to do a better job of that tonight than it did a week ago.
Yeah, I think coming out of that bye week, I'm not sure what happened when we went down to LSU, but if we could show up like we did against Georgia and playing that same energy, tonight you have an opportunity to be successful. I think tonight, Andy, actually sets the standard for this football team for the rest of the season because, the schedule can kind of lines up for us from this standpoint on, but we've got to set the tempo early in this game. Coaches can't do it. Fans can't do it. This got to come from the heart of the football player that wear that AU on the side of their helmets. You got to see this atmosphere. If you can't get up for this, you cannot be an Auburn Tiger.
The classic home uniforms for the Tigers tonight. The blue jerseys with the white numerals, the white trousers, and that classic Auburn white helmet with the AU on the side. Blue face mask tonight. Ole Miss is in all white tonight with the blue Rebel helmets tonight. Auburn will receive. Auburn will defend the south goal. Brian Battie is deep along with Sean Jackson. They both stand near the goal line. Battie at the goal line. Caden Davis will kick it off for Ole Miss. And we're about ready for action. Auburn and Ole Miss. Night game at Jordan-Hare Stadium. The stadium is striped in orange and blue, both the upper and the lower bowl. The upper deck and the lower bowl. We wait for the call from the referee, Lee Hedrick. Caden Davis will kick it off for Ole Miss. And here we go. Battie at the goal line. Will he get an opportunity to return this first one? Davis kicks it his way. And it goes deep into the end zone, about 9 yards deep in the end zone. And Auburn will have first down and 10 at its own 25-yard line. We're going to really take and pay attention. That Auburn offensive line, it's a bit banged up. We'll give you those Auburn starters. We believe that Peyton Thorne will be the Auburn quarterback. It is Wade at left tackle, Britton at left guard, Jones at center, Cam Stutz at right guard, and Tom Miller at right tackle. And it is Robbie Ashford that gets the start at quarterback for the Tigers tonight. Auburn first and 10 from its own 25-yard line. A pair of tailbacks in the lineup for the Tigers. And it is Hunter who flanks Ashford, and Ashford pulls, tries to get to the corner, and Ashford goes down after a loss of about 2 on the play. DeAndre Prince came up from his cornerback spot, made the stop.
Yeah, Andy, Auburn's the third rushing team in the SEC right now. I think Coach Freeze want to control this ball game, getting Robbie Ashford in the game early, trying to see if they can set the tempo in the run game against this Ole Miss defense.
And Auburn is already behind the chains, second down and 12 after a loss of 2 on first down. Just underway at Jordan-Hare Stadium from the left hash. Auburn out of the pistol with Jarquez Hunter. Ashford rolls to his right, looks to throw, throws it to Jarquez Hunter, and Hunter gets to the 30. It's a gain of 7 on the play, and it will bring up third down and 5.
Yeah, I like the play call right there, Andy, getting Robbie Ashford outside the pocket where he feels most comfortable at, give you that threat of run pass option right there. Good job of looking deep. Everything's dropping back, just dropping the ball off to Hunter, making up a 3rd and 4 situation here.
Auburn 33% on third down this season. The Ole Miss defense giving up 44% on third down. And this is 3rd and 5 from the right hash mark. Wide side of the field to the Auburn boundary. Man comes in motion to the near side, Jeremiah Cobb. Ashford drops to throw. He throws. It is caught by a tight end. That is Jake Fromm. It's a first down near the 40-yard line.
Yeah, we talked about getting the tight ends involved early in the game. Tyler Fromm right there running a 5-yard stick route, getting enough beyond the sticks. Robbie Ashford, very decisive decision right there for a gain of 9.
9 yards to Fromm. Tyler with the catch. First down for Auburn at its own 39. Really short drop by Ashford to find Fromm for 9 yards and a first down. Trips to the wide side of the field for Auburn. Now Cobb goes in motion to the Ole Miss boundary from the right hash. Handoff near side, and Jarquez Hunter goes down and loses 6 yards on the play.
Yeah, Gene Baptiste right there flying from that second level right there, making that tackle on Jarquez Hunter. He tried to outflank the defense right there, but we got to get alignment up on Baptiste right there to be able to spring that play. He's just a little bit fast right there. It's hard for the offensive line to get to him.
A loss of 4 on the play. Auburn has tried to go left twice to the Tiger boundary and has lost yards both times. Double wide receivers right and left on 2nd and 14. Ashford, play action. Looks, he's going to run it. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all. The stop made by Centurine Perkins, outstanding freshman out of Raleigh, Mississippi, leads the SEC with 3.5 sacks as a freshman.
Yeah, Raleigh, Mississippi, next to Taylorsville, where I grew up at. That was a big rivalry in high school for us. But right there, you saw Robbie Ashford right there. He wanted to play action at and hit Tyler Fromm over the middle. The Ole Miss linebacker was kind of sitting right there in the gap. He wasn't able to get that ball to him. Ended up having to take a loss.
3rd and 14 for the Tigers, and Auburn sends 3 to the wide side of the field, the Ole Miss boundary, on 3rd and 14 for Auburn. Ashford, quarterback draw. Ashford tries to get to the outside 40, 45, dives forward. He's close to the first down. He's a yard shy of the first down. John Saunders Jr. with the stop. It's a 13-yard gain and a decision for Hugh Freeze. 4th and 1 at the 48.
Yeah, great play call right there, Coach Montgomery, getting Robbie Ashford a draw play, get the defense thinking to set up a 4th and short situation here. I think you do go for it right here. You want to build some momentum for your offense, and Coach Freeze is coming out here tonight to say we're playing to win the game. So I expect us to go for it here. Big call coming up on 4th and 1.
Fromm and Cobb check into the Auburn lineup. And Auburn, the play clock is already down to 8 as Auburn gets to the line of scrimmage. It's down to 3. Auburn's got to call a timeout. There was no way Auburn was going to get that play off, and Auburn will now think about a 4th and 1 with 11:08 to go in the first quarter of play. 4th and 1 for Auburn, the initial drive from the Auburn 48. Stay tuned, friends. Auburn football continues in a moment.
In football, it's important to call the right play. In life, it can be even more important to make the right call, especially regarding termite protection. To protect my home, I called Cook's Pest Control and got the Centricon system. You don't have to live with termites. For a free quote, make the right call. Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
What widens the eyes, tightens the stomach, and flutters the heart. Adrenaline. Feel it for yourself in the Toyota RAV4, Camry, Corolla, and Tacoma. Lease a new 2023 Toyota RAV4 LE for $319 a month for 36 months. Toyota, let's go places. Offer valid through October 31st, 2023. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. 3618 due at sign. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fee. See dealer for details.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts. Cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This broadcast of Auburn football is brought to you by Aetna, proud sponsor of the Auburn Sports Network.
4th and less than a yard for Auburn. 11:08 to go in the first quarter from the 48-yard line. Register your child ages 5 to 12 for the Auburn Tigers Kickoff Kid Contest from Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Winners will see the kickoff from the sideline of Pat Dye Field, plus receive 4 game tickets, pregame VIP hospitality, a t-shirt, and video board recognition. Enter at auburnKickoffKid.com. That's auburnKickoffKid.com. 4th and less than a yard. What are you running here, Jason Campbell?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of going in the shotgun on 4th and 1. I like the brotherly love. Get up there and put Robbie under the center and get a push from your running back, Jarquez, strong legs as well. But I think we will go shotgun. I see 2 tight ends set right here in the back. 3 tight ends are in the field right now. So I expect Robbie to probably do some type of run-pass option, get out on the edge, read the defensive tackle or DN here, and pull the ball if you have to. And then if someone attacks him, you may have a tight end in the flat. So I like the 3-way play here that Coach Montgomery and Coach Freeze going with.
3 tight ends in the backfield. Now it is an empty backfield for Robbie Ashford on 4th and less than a yard from the right hash mark. Bring a man in motion. Ashford will run it, and it's going to be close. He was taken down by Kari Coleman, a middle linebacker, and I don't think he made it. He did not make it.
Yeah, they tried to bring Jarquez in a little bit of motion action here as we watch and tried to fake it and run Robbie up the middle. It's going to be very close here, but I'm not sure he made it either, Andy. He tried to reach for it there at the last minute. All depends if they review this and see if his right knee was down.
He was down, but he was on the defender when he reached out. When he reached out, he had the first down. Was he down in the tackle? Is the question that I have.
Right. Hopefully someone else in the booth is looking at this, one of the refs is saying, hey, we might want to review this, because if he's on top of a player, he's not down. It all depends on that right knee is down. Right. And I don't think it's down when he reaches the ball across the line. I might review this if you have a shot.
There will be no review. Ole Miss to the line of scrimmage at the Auburn 48. Jackson Dart turns and hands Judkins up the middle. Judkins stood up in that middle of the Auburn line and taken down. Justin Rogers was there for the Tigers. Larry Nixon the third as well. Keontae Scott in the Auburn starting lineup at star for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's big for us. We're going to need him tonight in the blitz game and in the coverage game.
2nd and 10 for the Rebels. Ball in the middle of the field from the Auburn 48. Dart from the gun. And a whistle and a flag. And this is going to go against the Rebels.
Illegal snap on the offense, number 54, 5-yard penalty, and it remains 2nd down.
Lee Hedrick is our referee tonight. 2nd down and 15 coming up for the Rebels in their own territory now.
Yeah, you already see the offense of the Auburn crowd getting loud early in this game right here, making it hard on the Ole Miss offensive line to be able to hear the snap counter dart.
Caleb Warren with a little bit of a hitch at center. Here's 2nd and 15 for the Rebels. From their own 47, play action for Dart. With some time now flushed out of the pocket. Dart wants to run it. Dart gets inside the 45-yard line before he's brought down by Eugene Asante on the play. And it's going to bring up 3rd down for the Ole Miss Rebels. And remember, this is there is no team that goes forward on 4th down more than Ole Miss. So they're in 4-down territory. This is 3rd and 7 from the Auburn 45. Line to get is the Auburn 38. Dart from the gun, right hash mark. Sends Dayton Wade wide right. Now they put Wade in the slot, and Caden Prescore and a tight end splits wide right. Dart, the handoff, Judkins. Judkins has the first down, 35-30. Inside the 25, he's down to the 20. That's Quinshawn Judkins from Pike Road, Alabama.
Yeah, Ole Miss saw something there backside right there. We only had 2 deep tackles.
Flag. Coming back. Quincy McGee, the left guard out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Yeah, he was holding Justin Rogers right there. It looked like on that play right there. Backside, they saw a 3-man front. Coach Kiffin was going to try to run a little bit of a counter play that way and hit it and catch us in the overload right there. Just a great job of Justin Rogers trying to fight with his hands and drawing that flag right there by Ole Miss.
So instead of 1st down in the red zone for Ole Miss, it's now 3rd and 17 back at the Ole Miss 45.
Yeah, Auburn got to be alert right here for a draw play by Judkins or some type of screen.
Dart is flanked by Judkins from the right hash mark. The snap to Dart. He drops to throw with some pressure. Throws to the boundary, and it's incomplete, and a flag. And Auburn's going to get called for an interference by Nehemiah Pritchett.
And Nehemiah got to understand, Andy, in that situation, it's 3rd and 17. Don't give them anything to have an opportunity to make it close for a ref to call.
On the defense, number 36. The 15-yard penalty will be enforced from the previous spot, and it carries an automatic 1st down.
It couldn't have been Jalen Simpson. He was playing safety.
Yeah, they called it on the wrong person.
They called it on Pritchett.
Yeah, got to be talking about Nehemiah Pritchett right there. A little bit of hand fighting going on right there with the Ole Miss receiver, but you just got to be careful in that situation to know what it is, not to give up an automatic 1st down. Yeah. Make them have to earn it there. You don't want to get this Ole Miss offense those easy plays like that.
1st down for the Rebels at the Auburn 40 on the interference penalty against Nehemiah Pritchett, and Ulysses Bentley the 4th checks in at tailback for the Rebels. 1st down at the Auburn 40 for Ole Miss. Dart to the line, looks to the line of scrimmage. Play clock is at 17 right now. Bentley, a transfer from SMU, flanks Dart to his left. Man goes in motion. Jet sweep around the left side. Dayton Wade. Wade gets by 1 man, not the 2nd. Pritchett came up, and then he got hammered by Larry Nixon, the 3rd. Did Dayton Wade.
I think it's safe to say that Keontae Scott Angle is doing really well right there because he ran through that blitz right there and kind of blew that play up from the start.
2nd and 8 from the Auburn 38. Franklin goes in motion. Pitch. Bentley makes the 1st man miss, and then he is wrapped up after a gain of about 1 on the play. Right in the middle was Jason Jones and
Larry
Eugene
Nixon
Asante. Falk was the first one there for Auburn.
And this defense is flying around early in this game. They're playing with a lot of energy and intensity, something that we didn't see last week, but tonight they're feeding off this crowd. Noah's big third down right here.
Here's 3rd and 7 from the Auburn 37 left hash mark. Play clock is at 10. Rebels to the line of scrimmage. A bunch set to the short side of the field for Ole Miss. And movement by Ole Miss up front. This is going to 3rd and 12, friends. Left side of that offensive line.
On the offense, number 86. 55-yard penalty that remains.
Pick your poison there. It was pre-scoring Kern McGee, the left side of that offensive line that moved.
Yeah, that's twice already. This crowd noise has already affected the Ole Miss offense, getting 2 false start penalties, creating a 3rd and long situation here. And it comes back. It's situational football. Don't give up anything to make Ole Miss earn it here.
And be ready for 4th down. 3rd and 12 for the Rebels. Just over 8 minutes to go, first quarter. No score. Dart to throw with some pressure. Dart's in trouble. Rolls out of the pocket. He's got some room to run. Dart 35-30. Flag is down. He's tripped up at the 25. This is coming back, friends.
Holding on the offense, number 57. That 10-yard penalty will be enforced from the spot of the foul with the replay of 3rd down.
4th flag on this drive against Ole Miss. That was against Micah Pettis, the right tackle out of Madison, Alabama.
Yeah, Jalen McLeod right there on the rush right there, getting upfield right there on Pettis and try to create something to get a sack on Dart. Dart tried to get outside, but we saw exactly why. He had an arm full of Jalen McLeod right there.
3rd and 22. Ball back to the Ole Miss 48.
Got to be smart here.
Dart from the gun. Auburn showed blitz. Keontae Scott to the line, now backs off the line. Play clock at 3. At 1. They got the play off. Handoff left side, Judkins into the 40, 35, and close to the 1st down. Quinson Judkins going down the left sideline, maybe about a half-yard shy of the 1st down. Got 21, he needed 22.
Yeah, you got to be alert there if you defensively. You know it's either going to be a draw by the running back or some type of screen play. Can't give up that much right there.
4th and half a yard for the Rebels at the Auburn 31 left hash mark. Dart from the gun to Judkins, bounces outside 25-20. Head down to the Auburn 15. Taken down by Zion Puckett.
That cannot happen, Andy, on 3rd and 22 right there. You can't give up a draw play for that many yards. You got to expect those 2 type of plays in that situation. We got to be better than that on our situational football, but understanding what Ole Miss tried to do.
1st down for the Rebels at the Auburn 14-yard line. Puckett trying to get off the field. He will be allowed to do so. 1st down for the Rebels in the Auburn red zone. 14-yard line. 1st down and 10. A 21-yard gain on 3rd down for Quinson Judkins. Set up a short 4th down. Judkins again at the line of scrimmage. Larry Nixon the 3rd among the Auburn tacklers there to bring him down, along with Elijah McAllister. That was Ulysses Bentley with the carry.
Yeah, Auburn got to hurry up and get set right here with substituting Anthony in right now for Keontae, that nickel position, but they got to get ready quickly. This Ole Miss team snaps the ball in 22 seconds and average 7 yards per play.
2nd and 8 from the Auburn 12 for the Rebels left hash mark. Bentley in motion out of the backfield. Now back to the line of scrimmage. It's Dart trying to get to the corner. Dart turns the corner and he's taken down at the 12. Cam Riley came up and made the hit on Jackson Dart.
Yeah, we've been talking about Cam Riley. We want to see Cam Riley take another step at that linebacker position right there, coming from that 2nd level, laying a big boom right there on Dart right there, the big hit. This would be huge if this Auburn defense can hold Ole Miss to a field goal.
It's 3rd and 7 from the Auburn 11. Ole Miss has done almost all of this on the ground. Approaching the 5-minute mark of the 1st quarter. Bentley in motion out of the backfield. Dart to throw across the middle. Touchdown right across the middle to Zachary Franklin.
Yeah, DJ James right there got caught right there trying to play hand battle game with Franklin. You just got to play your detail, play your sets. Don't worry about what he's trying to do to you right there. Let him kind of slip behind him right there for an easy touchdown pass by Dart to Franklin.
Ole Miss had 2 third and longs in that drive. One was an interference penalty against Auburn that gave them a first down. The other was 3rd and 22. They got 21.5 yards on a run, and they completed it. Now they're in the end zone, 6-0 Ole Miss on top. And it's Caden Davis for the extra point out of the hold of Charlie Pollock, and the extra point is good. 4 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. The Rebels score on their first drive, 9 plays, 48 yards, 6 minutes and 7 seconds. 4:55 to go in the first. Ole Miss 7, Auburn nothing. This is the Auburn Sports Network from PlayPlot.
What does commitment sound like? At Alabama Power, we hear you, we see you, and celebrate you on long practice days, game days that bring us together, and every day in between. Your commitment to making an impact for the team, for the fans. That inspires us to be at our best for the communities we champion across the state. We're committed to this kind of energy. That's power for a better Alabama. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Takeo is a busy man, and I appreciate you being with us today, Takeo War Eagle.
War damn, Andy. I didn't know how good I was as a high school player. Even with some of the accolades, I always thought I'm not good enough. And I always yearned for more. Even when I woke up in the morning, I felt like, don't you lay in this bed. Your father didn't lay in the bed. Your mother didn't lay in the bed. You got to get up because you hear that. That's the footsteps coming behind me. And so I kind of programmed myself in that nature. That's what made the recruiting so fun, because even though I felt like they wanted me, it was like, nah, I got to do more. I can't get caught up in the hype.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
When you live in SEC country, you feel it everywhere you go. The traditions and rivalries surround you. As much as you celebrate the game, Regions celebrates your financial wins even more. And like SEC fans, we'll never quit. Because in an SEC world, we're the SEC Bank. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
4:55 to go in the first quarter. Rebels lead Auburn 7-0. 48 yards, 9 plays, 6:07 of the drive for Ole Miss. Touchdown pass from Jackson Dart, his 13th of the season, to Zachary Franklin. The transfer from Texas San Antonio, his first touchdown in an Ole Miss uniform. Rebels now.
And in those situations, though, Auburn creating 3rd and 17, 3rd and 22. You got to expect some form of draw or screen. And you did a great job of creating negative plays for Ole Miss with the false starts and the 2 holding calls. But you just got to finish it, forcing a punt. And right there on that touchdown, Auburn was playing 2-man. DJ got to know that my help is outside, not so much inside. Don't get beat inside. He got beat inside right there on that seam right there by Franklin.
Rebels are now outscoring opponents in the first quarter 90-31 with that touchdown. Battie to return if he gets the opportunity. This kick. And he will not. Caden Davis has put it deep into the end zone. That is the 39th touchback for Caden Davis, a senior from Coppell, Texas, transfer from Texas A&M. It was all Robbie Ashford for Auburn at quarterback in the opening drive. And the second drive will find Peyton Thorne at quarterback for the Tigers. 59 of 94 for 643 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions this season. First down, ball in the middle of the field for Auburn at its own 25-yard line. Brian Battie flanks Thorne. Thorne now brings a man in motion. That's Caleb Burton III. Out of the gun. Thorne takes the snap, Hands the ball to Battie up the middle. Brian Battie banks outside. Brian Battie gets 10 yards. Jarquez Hunter on the carry for Auburn.
Yeah, Jarquez right there with a little bit of hard running, but you see Auburn playing a lot of these two tight end sets. They feel like they can be more efficient offensively with two tight ends in the game with our offense.
2nd and 1, a 9-yard game for Jarquez. Play action. Thorne pulls it down. He's going to run it. He's got a 4th down across the 40-yard line near the 44. Yeah. Up the sideline, the Ole Miss boundary. 1st down carry for Peyton Thorne out to the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 for Auburn.
Yeah, great decision right there by Thorne. Seeing the blitz from the boundary right there. Pump faking and using his arm as a weapon right there. Drawing a defender in the air, able to get around and create and run for a 1st down. Great job by Thorne.
From the 43-yard line, 1st down for Auburn from the right hash mark. Fairweather comes in motion near side for the Tigers. That's the Auburn boundary. Play action, now roll out by Thorne. Pulled it out of the gut of Jarquez. And Thorne gets out to the 47-yard line on the play. A 4-yard gain for Peyton Thorne off the right side.
Yeah, another decision right there by Thorne, reading that defensive end. Crashes on Jarquez Hunter right there. Able to pull it, get us to positive situations right there, and to keep us on schedule offensively.
2nd down and 6 for Auburn at its own 47 from the right hash mark. Fairweather, the lone man to the Ole Miss boundary. Double receivers near side. And Luke Deal comes in motion near side. Thorne looks that way, now looks to the Ole Miss boundary down the right side. He's going to run it. And they will say he goes out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Yeah, so no gain on the play.
I think Avery Jones, our center, is down right now.
He is sitting on his backside at the line of scrimmage. The senior out of Havelock, North Carolina. Transfer from East Carolina. Well, this is an Auburn offensive line that is banged up, to be sure.
Yeah, if that's the case, Andy, if Connor Lew has to come in, who's our top freshman signee this past year, only 17 years of age, unless he's turned 18. But this kid, they have high praise for him coming in at that backup center position. But let's just hope that Avery's okay, a senior transfer from East Carolina.
SeatGeek, now the official ticketing partner of Auburn Athletics. Whether you're buying or selling football tickets, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek, let Tiger fans, or so Tiger fans can fan. They continue to work for Avery Jones. It'll be 3rd and 6 when we come back at the Auburn 47. Tigers down 7-0 in the first quarter, and Auburn football continues in a moment.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Auburn Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Tackle your to-do list this season and find the right Aetna Medicare plan for you in your home state of Alabama. With Aetna Medicare Advantage plans, you can get a $0 monthly plan premium with hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage. Plans also include dental, vision, and an over-the-counter benefit. Be the star quarterback of your health. Call us for a personalized coverage review now. 1-833-771-7542. TTY 711. Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. RSNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
The game has changed, and the future of Auburn athletics now demands a strong NIL program. I'm Jason Campbell. Let's come together, Auburn family, and make a lasting impact. Visit OnToVictory.com. Every dollar you contribute to On to Victory helps create NIL opportunities for our student athletes. Visit www.OnToVictory.com and be a part of changing the game for Auburn athletics.
Auburn fans, this is Coach Hugh Freeze asking for your help. On to Victory has been a crucial supporter of Auburn student athletes. It's important to keep that good work going, so please join On to Victory today. War Eagle.
Tonight's game against Ole Miss is presented by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM. Now, back to Jordan-Hare for more of the Tigers and Rebels.
Avery Jones came off the field for the Tigers. He walked off the field under his own power. He also went to the injury tent on the sideline. We'll send it downstairs. Cook's Pest Control sideline report, Will Herring.
Yeah, guys, 3rd and 6 or 7. Look for Auburn to try to get the ball to their weapons, Fairweather or Brian Battie. Get the ball in space to one of your playmakers and let them make a move in the open field.
Connor Lew does check into the game for Auburn at center. 6'3", 290, a freshman from Kennesaw, Georgia, replacing Avery Jones. Jarquez Hunter, the tailback. Fairweather, wide right. Deal.
Yeah, I expect us, Andy, we get a one-on-one matchup right now. Ole Miss playing a too-high safety look. But if they roll coverage to Fairweather's side, it's going to take away that matchup that we like to hit in Fairweather the boundary. So he may work the field here.
Deal Burton and Malcolm Johnson, wide left for Auburn. From the right hash mark. Handoff, Jarquez Hunter heads forward, 1st down and more. He's into the clear. He has one man to beat. He beat him. 10-5 touchdown. Jarquez Hunter, touchdown Auburn, 53 yards.
Great play call right there by Coach Montgomery. Saw that Ole Miss would be in a too-high safety right there. Ended up running that ball backside to the boundary. Good cut by Jarquez, getting north and south, and the rest is history. Great run, great job by the offensive line right there, getting great push up front. How about the rookie, Connor Lew?
Trey Washington was the only one that had an angle, and Jarquez playing against his home state school makes him pay for it. 53 yards and a touchdown. The 4th of the year for Hunter. McPherson on for the extra point. Out of the hold of Oscar Chapman. Snap down, kick is on the way. And the kick is good. McPherson now 20 of 20 this season, 29 of 29 in his Auburn career. So Auburn responds to Ole Miss's touchdown drive with one of its own. 2 minutes and 59 seconds remaining in the first quarter of play. We have a tie game. Auburn 7, Ole Miss 7.
And I said rookie Connor Lew because he just checked in the ball game, and you know it's a passing situation, but Coach Montgomery, Coach Freeze said, you know what? Let's don't worry about the blitz here. Let's just run a little bit of counter action. Caught Ole Miss in a 5-man box right there.
Yep.
Great push by that offensive line. Jarquez, great job of cutting it and getting north and south and outrunning right there Ole Miss defender for the touchdown.
Lew sealed the defensive end, Jared Ivey, and Jarquez was able to bounce left and then get right, and he was in the clear for the touchdown. Sun-South John Deere drive summary for Auburn. 75 yards in 5 plays, a minute 56, a 53-yard touchdown romp by Jarquez Hunter. Sun-South John Deere, preferred tractor of the Tigers. Find your local dealer at sunsouth.com. Longest run of this season for Jarquez. And the kickoff by McPherson sails into the left side of the end zone. And the Rebels with a fair catch. And a little bit of renewed atmosphere here at Jordan-Hare Stadium after that 53-yard touchdown run by Jarquez Hunter.
Hey, Andy, how you like to be run a 53-yard touchdown run and then on the kickoff have to run down there and cover the kickoff? This is exactly what Jarquez Hunter just did there.
Should give you a little bit of extra oomph to do it.
Yeah, you got to be in shape to play running back. Cadillac used to play special teams and running back, so he tells his running backs, hey, you're not just to run the ball. You're going to go down and play special teams as well.
You're not doing anything I didn't do.
Exactly.
Bentley, the tailback, flanks dart. 1st and 10 from the 25. Bentley to carry, and Bentley for about a yard and then pushed back by the interior of that Auburn defense. Number 92, Lawrence Johnson, was there. So was Austin Keys and Jason Jones. How about Austin Keys out there for the Tigers?
Yeah, Austin Keys playing against his former teammates to transfer from Ole Miss. No, he's excited to be out there.
2nd and 8 for the Rebels. They're back to the line quickly. Dart looks up the sideline. He throws a one-handed grab by Caden Prescorn inside the Auburn 40 down to the 38-yard line.
What a throw right there by Dart, putting that ball only where his receiver can catch the ball for a gain of 35. That was a great throw right there, the great catch. Auburn was in perfect coverage.
Prescorn, a senior out of Lake Orion, Michigan. Bentley tries to get to the outside and loses a yard on the play. Tried to get outside, nothing doing for the Tigers. Keldrick Falk, outstanding freshman from Highland Home, Alabama, with the stop. It's a 1-yard loss, 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, Keldrick Falk, big tall guy right there on the defensive end, able to reach his arms out there and make that tackle for a loss right there by Ole Miss.
2nd and 11 for the Rebels. Braylon Brown goes wide left. for Ole Miss. That's the Ole Miss boundary. From the 39, second down. Man in motion to the Ole Miss boundary as well. Play action by Dart. Gets out of the pocket. Dart with running room to the 35 and slides at the 30. Jackson Dart transferred from USC. He's from Kaysville, Utah. Came into tonight with 302 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns, and he shows his running ability there. Here's 3rd and 3.
And Andy, because he chose to slide, the ball gets marked back, makes it 3rd and short.
From the 31, 3rd and 3. Bentley at the line, head forward, stood up and driven back. He got maybe a yard on the play, and then he was driven back. Keys was there for the Tigers.
Yeah, great push right there by that defensive front of Auburn right there to force a 4th and 1 right here. Let's see this let's see this defense get this crowd into it right here, get some push up front.
Going into the Auburn student section, this is 4th and 1 from the Auburn 29. The Rebels 1 of 1 on 4th down tonight. Their 13th 4th down conversion this season. They need about a half yard. Dart flanked by Judkins. Dart right up the middle, faked it, he's up the middle, he's to the 10, he's untouched to the end zone for a touchdown. He faked the pitch to Judkins, and he was untouched for 29 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, that's a great play design right there. Called Auburn in the man defense, brought the motion, had Pritchett to have to run across with the motion right there, leaving that backside open. Offensive line was able to get up on the linebackers right there and get that block, and there was no one home right there for Dart because all our safety was down in the box. That's just a great play call by the Ole Miss offense.
5th rushing touchdown of the season for Jackson Dart. A touchdown pass, a touchdown run already tonight for the Rebels at the 24-second mark of the first quarter. And the extra point by Caden Davis makes it a 14-7 lead for the Rebels. 3rd down, 4th down, it doesn't matter for Ole Miss. They're 2 of 2 on 4th down tonight.
Yeah, the key things we talked about is their efficiency on 3rd down and 4th down. Be ready to stay on the field the entire time because they don't like to punt the ball. And in those situations, they do such a great job, Andy, in a 3rd and 4th yard short situation where it's anything under 5. They hit you with so many play designs, get you moving out of certain spots to create a space for them to hit you backside. They just have a really complex offense, and they run it very efficient. We're going to have to try to find a way to create some pressure and be more stout on those 4th and 3rd down situations.
Dart is 2nd in the SEC, 7th in the country with 324 yards total offense a game. He has 91 yards in total offense already tonight. 46 yards in passing, and, well, it's actually 92 yards, 46 yards on the ground as well. Rebels go 75 yards in 6 plays, 235. The Dart 29-yard run for the touchdown. 14-7 Rebels, 24 seconds to go in the first quarter play. And the kickoff sails into the student section from Caden Davis. That's 40 touchbacks this season for the transfer from Texas A&M. No time off the clock, and Auburn will have 1st and 10 at its own 24-yard line.
Yeah, the Auburn defense is giving up touchdowns on the last 6 drives dating back to last week.
Good
down
point,
at LSU.
Yeah.
You know, we got to find a way to get off the field because in those situations, 3rd and 4th down is where you want to get this offense for Ole Miss, but you can't give up those 3rd and longs. And Dart created that one right there by the scramble on 2nd down to create a third and 4th yard situation.
Batee flanks Thorne on 1st down for Auburn at its own 25-yard line. The snap. The handoff to Batee. Batee falls forward, gets 4 yards on the play. Nice run by Brian Batee for the Tigers. Will bring up 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, I like those positive plays right there, staying away from the negative plays. I think Auburn's going to take the quarter here to go into 2nd quarter.
And that will be the end of quarter number 1 at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Rebels have scored on their only 2 drives. Auburn scored on its last drive. And we go to the 2nd quarter, the score. Ole Miss 14, Auburn 7. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
From the very beginning in 1907, Auburn Bank's mission has been to promote our community, see businesses flourish, and improve the livelihoods of local citizens. We have operated a simple and straightforward business model built on a foundation of sound business decisions and a caring response. Our local team stands ready to discuss your financial needs and goals. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC. Online at auburnbank.com.
Southeastern Industrial Contractors offers the path to a productive and successful career for hard workers of all ages, especially young people looking to jump straight into the workforce. Southeastern Industrial Contractors is now hiring for great-paying skilled trade positions. Managing partner Derek Harville is a proud Auburn University graduate with deep roots in the community. Give him a call at 334-209-6355 to learn more. Southeastern Industrial Contractors, 334-209-6355.
You will love Buff City Soap. Their soap bars, oils, body butters, bath bombs, and laundry soaps are wonderful. Handmade and customized for you using plant-based ingredients that delight your skin and your nose. See partywithbuff.com and bring your kids or friends to make some magic. Buff City is also fantastic for gifts or fundraisers for your organization. Located in the 320 West Magnolia building with the downtown Auburn Chick-fil-A and convenient parking. Buff City Soap. Plant-based and handmade daily so you smell wonderful.
Four Seasons Federal Credit Union.
Come save with us. At Four Seasons Federal Credit Union, it's the time to save. The investment special is for a limited time only. Invest now and get a 7-month CD rate at 5% APR. Membership eligibility required. Dividends paid monthly. There is a penalty for early withdrawals. This certificate is non-renewable. Rates are subject to change without notice. This offer may be canceled at any time. Accounts are federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. APR, annual percentage rate. APY, annual percentage yield. Effective July 1st, 2023.
There were no punts and no turnovers in the first period. After 15 minutes, Ole Miss leads Auburn 14-7. This game recap sponsored by Wind Creek Casino and Hotel with 3 Alabama locations in Atmore, Montgomery, and Wetumpka. You can escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and Hotel and at windcreekcasino.com. Auburn took the opening possession, moved it out across midfield, but failed on a 4th and 1. The Rebels came right back from the Auburn 48, overcame 4 penalties on the drive. They did get a penalty against Auburn on 3rd and 17 for a first down, and eventually capped the drive with a Jackson Dart 11-yard pass. Auburn answered right back as the Tigers drove from their 25-yard line. Jarquez Hunter with a 53-yard run, but the Rebels answered right back. Again, going forward on 4th down, they were 2 for 2 on 4th down. This time Jackson Dart ran it in from 29 yards to cap their 75-yard drive. 14-7, Ole Miss leads. We go to the second quarter. Here's Andy Burcham.
During the quarter break, the 1993 undefeated Auburn team was honored. Orthopedic surgeon James Andrews, SEC track champs Matty Malone, Favor Ashe, and Hal Baird with the Jack Marr Award, all honored tonight. All right, 2nd and 6 for Auburn at the 29-yard line. Handoff goes to Batee. Batee gets to the 30, so he gets a yard, and that is all.
Yeah, you see Auburn trying to run the football a little bit more tonight. Andy right there trying to keep pressure on Ole Miss defense, but also give our defense time to rest before having to go back on the field.
3rd and 4 for the Tigers. Auburn on 3rd down tonight is 2 of 3. 3rd and 4 from the 31. Ole Miss loads the box. Now backs off 2 linebackers, brings them on the blitz. Thorne throws, pass is incomplete. Intended for Camden Brown, the sophomore from Monroe, Louisiana. DeAndre Prince was defending on the play.
Yeah, look, he was trying to go to Camden Brown right there. See how he was trying to run a stick route. Once you get to the sticks, to try to post up his defender right there. Ole Miss defense, I believe that was number 7.
Yep.
He tried to post up right there. He just did a good job. But Camden got to push him up the field a little bit more, get his hips turned to make him think he's running a deeper route, then hook up. You got to be a little bit more patient in your route running right there.
Dayton Wade back to take this punt from Oscar Chapman. Booms it out of there. Fair catch called by Wade just across the 30-yard line at the 31. So first down for the Rebels at their own 31-yard line, leading Auburn by a score of 14-7. 39-yard punt by Chapman, no return by the Rebels. Can Auburn find some way to stop this Ole Miss offense?
Yeah, they're going to have to do something right here because you don't want to go down 2 scores to this Ole Miss offense because that's when they kind of unleash their defense a little bit, run those different blitz checks that they have defensively where they've sacked a lot of quarterbacks. So this is an important drive right here for the Auburn defense to get Ole Miss off the field.
1st and 10 from the 30 for the Rebels. Ball in the middle of the field for Jackson Dart. Dart with Judkins to his right and a whistle and a flag.
False start on the offense, number 78. It's a 5-yard penalty that remains first down.
The right guard, Jeremy James, who making his 43rd consecutive start tonight.
Yeah, that's their 3rd false start penalty tonight so far in this game.
So far, Auburn hasn't had to or hasn't been able to make Ole Miss pay for those penalties. 1st and 15 for the Rebels from their own 25. Double wide receiver short side of the field. Play action by Dart with time throws. Ball is complete out to the 38-yard line. Number 19, Dayton Wade, a senior from Atlanta, a transfer from Western Kentucky. With the catch, DJ James on the stop, right back to the line of scrimmage for the Rebels. 2nd and 3, right back, and they go. It is Judkins up the middle, and Judkins falls forward. He's going to be close to the first down. Getting up the bottom of the pile is Justin Rogers. It is enough for a first down for the Rebels. 1st and 10 at its own 40-yard line.
Yeah, Ole Miss going very fast right now. Auburn defense has got to get down and get their calls in quick.
From the 40, Ole Miss right back to the line. Sends Harris in motion. Play action by Dart. Drops, he throws up the seam. It is intercepted. Intercepted on the play. It's Donovan Kaufman down the Auburn sideline. He's to the 30, 25, dives to the 23.
Great play by Donovan Kaufman right there. Dart trying to throw that deep over route, throw it a yard behind his receiver. Right there, tip drilled in the air. Donovan Kaufman comes down with it, and a great return after the catch right there. Great interception, great play by the Auburn defense. Exactly what this defense needed on this drive.
Just the 3rd interception this season by Jackson Dart. It's the 8th pick of the year for Auburn. That means another $1,000 for Children's of Alabama through the Picks for Kids program. Chick-fil-A donating $1,000 for each Tigers interception. That's 8. That means $8,000 for Children's of Alabama. Eat more chicken. War Eagle from Chick-fil-A. Well, Auburn +3 in turnover margin. Ole Miss +6. Auburn gets the first turnover of the night. 1st and 10 for Auburn at its own 24-yard line after the interception by Donovan Kaufman. Robbie Ashford, the quarterback, from the right hash. 3 backs flank him. He turns, he hands Jarquez Hunter. Jarquez Hunter for 5. Jarquez Hunter down to the 12. And Auburn is in the Chick-fil-A red zone.
Yeah, great run right there by Jarquez, hitting that left side of the offensive line behind Gunnar Britton. Connor Lou still in there at the center position. Dylan Wade at the left tackle position. Great push by those guys on that play right there.
7 yards for Jarquez to the Ole Miss 17-yard line. Ball in the middle of the field. Auburn in the pistol with Hunter behind Robbie Ashford. A tight end flanks him to the left. Another handoff, Jarquez. Jarquez is taken back. He's going to be about 1.5 yards shy of the first down. Stop made by Jared Ivey, a senior from Sewanee, Georgia. One of the many transfers on this Ole Miss team. He's from Georgia Tech. Here's 3rd and 2 for Auburn. Boy, if he's able to get past that first tackle, it might be 6 for Jarquez.
That's exactly what Auburn is banking on, trying to get Jarquez to that safety and make a one-on-one move. Huge for 3rd down right here. Auburn has 3 tight ends in the game. One-on-one matchup to the boundary with Fairweather.
Ball on the left hash mark. Ashford, the quarterback. Ashford's going to run it. He's to the 10. Banks it to the outside 5. Dives forward. He's shy of the goal line, but he has a first down for Auburn on 1st and goal from the 1.
Yeah, Robbie stumbled right there as he was getting ready to go into the end zone. Otherwise, that would have been a touchdown for Robbie Ashford, but setting up a 1st and goal, looked like from the half-yard line here.
Auburn right back to the line of scrimmage. 1st down and goal from the 1. Ashford flanked by Jarquez Hunter. Already has 1 touchdown on the night and a timeout call.
This might be a touchdown, Andy.
They are going to look, I think. They're going to review the play.
On the field that the runner was short of the goal line. That play is under video review.
Replay reviews brought to you by Auburn's Houston Clinic. Don't let a sports injury bench you this season. Go to Houston for your fracture, sprain, or strain, because orthopedics is all they do. Go straight to the specialist. go to Auburn's Houston Clinic.
All you got to do is touch that pylon with that football. As long as his knee was not scratching the surface of the ground, this is going to be a touchdown for Auburn.
We get a review from the pylon as Ashford falls forward. Well, it's hard to tell from the pylon. He's diving. I think he's in. I think he's in before his knee went down, or he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, the key is going to be what they called on the field was
his right hand was in the end zone. That was the first to touch. Put his head down and fought through his own guy, Rivaldo Fairweather.
Yeah, the ball just got to touch the pylon on this. It doesn't have to just cross the plane. If he touches the pylon before his knee hits the ground, that would be considered a touchdown. Great blocking by Fairweather there as well on Prince.
He was against DeAndre Prince.
Ruling on the field stands. It's first down.
All right.
Yeah, that's that thing that goes back. It has to be conclusive evidence from the call that's on the field in order to overturn it. If it's anything where they have to guess, they're going to keep the call on the field.
This drive was set up by the interception.
I think his right hand touched out of bounds right before that ball stretched out.
Donovan Kaufman's pick, and Auburn now knocking at the door on 1st and goal from inside the 1. And a heavy set in there for Auburn.
Looked like Peyton Thorne's in the game.
And Thorne, the quarterback. And Jaden Muskrat set up in the backfield as well. Handoff. Jarquez Hunter forward touchdown. Jarquez out of the Wildcat. I'm not sure he was touched from 1 yard out. His second touchdown of the night. That gives him 5 on the season. And Auburn is a point after away from tying this game at the 11:44 mark of the second quarter of play.
Yeah, Auburn right there going with the Wildcat. Had Thorne in there at the quarterback position. He motions out to the right side. Right there, Jarquez Hunter being led in the end zone right there by a bunch of big tight ends right there, the big offensive line. Getting great push on Ole Miss defense.
The snap will come from Jacob Quattlebaum. Chapman will hold it. McPherson out for the extra point to tie it. We're tied. 11 minutes and 44 seconds to go in the second quarter. Brand new ball game. Auburn 14, Ole Miss 14. Stay tuned. Auburn football continues in a moment.
Things we take for granted, ordinary opportunities for parents and their children, can be a foster child's extraordinary. You have the power to do something positive that will change the life of a young person right here in Alabama. Open your heart and open your home to a foster child today. For more information, visit www.dhr.alabama.gov or call 1-866-64-AL-KIDS. Brought to you by the Alabama Department of Human Resources, the Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Hey, I'm Charles Barkley. Call for a Redmont and water at bars and restaurants throughout the great state of Alabama. Redmont Vodka, available at select ABC stores and package stores. Redmont Vodka is 8 times distilled, gluten-free, and is made from non-GMO corn. Looking to support a local business? Redmont Distilling is Alabama proud and minority owned. Learn more online at redmontdistilling.com.
The Houston Clinic would like to welcome Dr. Brad Young, the newest addition to our team of experienced medical professionals at Auburn's Houston Clinic. Specializing in joint replacements, sports medicine, and arthroscopic surgery, Dr. Young has treated athletes and worked with sports teams from middle and high school to college and professional teams. Call now to schedule your evaluation. Houston Clinic. Research, education, treatment. Houston.com.
This broadcast of Auburn football is brought to you by Aetna, proud sponsor of the Auburn Sports Network.
11:44 to go in the second quarter. The interception by Donovan Kaufman, and Auburn punches it in. Sun-South John Deere drive summary, 24 yards, 4 plays, 1:42. Jarquez Hunter's 1-yard touchdown run, his second of the night. Sun-South John Deere, preferred tractor of the Tigers. Find your local dealer at sunsouth.com. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Jason, coming into play tonight, both of these teams really good at forcing turnovers. Auburn gets one and pounds it into the end zone, taking advantage and tying the ball game.
Yeah, Auburn needed that really well. You do not want to go down 2 scores right there to this Ole Miss offense. Creating turnovers, sudden change situation. Auburn responded with a touchdown. Ole Miss held Arkansas offense to 36 yards rushing. Tonight already Auburn has 112.
Let's go down to the field. Will Herring has this Cook's Pest Control sideline report.
Yeah, guys, on that last drive, not a lot of razzle-dazzle. Line up, downhill ball, impose our will on their interior 7. And we did that. And it was interesting to see. Robbie was not reading the zone read. It was just a pure give. And they couldn't stop it. So this offensive line is starting to believe in each other and really come together. This has been good to see.
11:44 to go in the second quarter. Auburn and Ole Miss tied at 14. And Alex McPherson out to kick it away. Booms it. There will be no return. It sails about 9 yards into the end zone. Well, Auburn's defense has got to find a way to stop Ole Miss. The Tigers have given up a touchdown on the last 6 drives. The last 4 drives in Baton Rouge and the first 2 drives tonight. Until that interception.
Yeah, that's one way to stop him, man, is create certain turnovers. You know, that all started right there with Auburn playing man coverage, but Donovan Coughlin's paying attention to the ball, being in the air right there, not giving up on the play. Tip ball hardly finds the ground at this level of football.
Judkins in the pistol behind Jackson Dart. 1st and 10 from the 25. Auburn's defensive line shifts to its left. Handoff goes to Judkins, and he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage. He gets away, however, and gets 5 yards on the play. Keontae Scott came in and had a shot to take down Judkins behind the line of scrimmage. Somehow, Judkins stayed off the turf and got 5 yards.
Yeah, Keontae shot in there so fast you could hardly see his number.
2nd and 5 for the Rebels. Judkins, no, it's Dart around the right end. Dart puts his head down and gets 2 yards on the play before he is taken to the turf by Nehemiah Pritchett. Yeah, here's 3rd and 3 for Ole Miss from their own 32-yard line. Bunch set to the short side of the field. That's the Ole Miss boundary. Double wide receivers wide. Dart to throw across the middle. Pass is complete and dropped. Intended for Trey Harris, and he had it knocked away by Keontae Scott. And now 4th and 3 for the Rebels from their own 32.
Yeah, that play stopped right there, Andy, with Austin Keys flying from that linebacker position right there, getting a hit on the receiver right there for Ole Miss, forcing that ball to pop out.
That's a 3-and-out for the Auburn defense. First of the night, 3-and-out tracker driven by Truckworks, official commercial truck dealer of the Auburn Tigers. Ole Miss to punt it away.
Be ready for everything, though, if you're Auburn special teams here. You know Lane will fake it from anywhere.
Thank you.
Fraser Mazin is the punter out of Brisbane, Australia. Keontae Scott to return for the Tigers. He's back at the 30. Mazin gets it away quickly. Good booming punt sends Keontae back to the 15-yard line up the sideline, and he goes out. Well, Auburn's defense gets a 3-and-out.
Yeah, that's a great play right there. Austin Keys on that 3rd down situation. He's missed a lot of this season with a hand injury. Able to come back in this game against his former teammates at Ole Miss right there, making a hit right there on Ole Miss receiver to force that ball to pop out. Great job at Auburn defense, playing with a lot of intensity and a sense of urgency here tonight.
Booming 49-yard punt by Fraser Mazin. And a minus 1 yard return by Coy Moore. That was Moore, not Keontae. I'll have to get the right 0 back there.
It's hard to see from this angle.
1st and 10 for Auburn at its own 18. Tied at 14. Defensive line shifts right for the Rebels. Fairweather in motion for Auburn. Turn and a handoff. No, this is the pass to Fairweather, and Fairweather out to the 22-yard line. The stop made by number 25 Trey Washington and number 1 Isheem Young.
And the key for the last 3 drives for Auburn offense is they're getting positive yards on first down, keeping this offense on schedule. They are eliminating the negative plays on first down these last 3 drives.
Jay Fair to the Ole Miss boundary for the Tigers. Wide receiver right and left for Auburn. Thorne from the gun inside the right hash. They bring a blitz. Thorne hands the ball. Jarquez Hunter, and he is taken down back at the 18-yard line. The blitz came from Zamari Walton. There was other pressure as well up front. It's a big loss for Auburn.
Yeah, they call that a run blitz right there, trying to get you to have to force Auburn to a throwing situation. They brought a boundary blitz from the corner right there. So anything, if Thorne was able to pull it, they had a man there. Just a great job, great call by our Ole Miss defense.
3rd and 10 for Auburn, back at the 18. Thorne from the gun, left hash mark. Double wide receivers right and left for Peyton Thorne. Steps to the line of scrimmage. Play clock is down to 8. Now steps back into the gun. Play clock down to 4. Thorne to throw. Flushed out of the pocket to his left. Thorne across the 20 out to the 24-yard line before he's brought down. He gets 6 yards, but it's a 4th down and a punting situation for Auburn. Well, that second down play, just the key to that defensive stand by Ole Miss as Auburn goes 3 and out.
Yeah, Ole Miss bringing a boundary blitz on that second down play right there. That was a huge stop for them right there. Thorne trying to find someone down the field. Almost made a man miss to get that first down, force Auburn to a punt situation.
Dayton Wade at his own 30 to take this punt from Oscar Chapman. To his right, Chapman gets it away. End over end. Wade back to the 21-yard line. He will return it. Wade makes the first man miss, gets across the 30-yard line before he is taken down on the play by Eugene Asante. 8:34 to go in the second quarter of play. Auburn and Ole Miss are tied at 14. 1st and 10 for the Rebels at their own 33 after a 54-yard punt by Chapman and a 12-yard return by Wade. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
What does commitment sound like? At Alabama Power, we hear you, we see you, and celebrate you on long practice days, game days that bring us together, and every day in between. Your commitment to making an impact for the team, for the fans. That inspires us to be at our best for the communities we champion across the state. We're committed to this kind of energy. That's power for a better Alabama. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Thinking of medical school? Edward Via College of Osteopathic Medicine in Auburn has award-winning medical education and research programs. VCOM partners with Auburn University for student activities, research, and sports medicine physicians to care for Tiger athletes. VCOM is providing tomorrow's physicians for Auburn and the surrounding communities. Find out more at vcom.edu. That's vcom.edu.
And we're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and zero sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for... Aw, Jim.
Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
We're still on the air.
Hello, this is Coach Hugh Freeze. They say Coke Zero Sugar is irresistibly tasty. Does that make it the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself. War Eagle.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Welcome back to Jordan-Hare Stadium. 8:34 to go in the second quarter. 1st and 10 Rebels at its own 33-yard line. Tigers and Rebels tied at 14 as both defenses exchange 3 and outs. Auburn University isn't just home to the best athletic program in the nation. It's also home to the best student-centered engineering experience in America. That's not just a slogan, it's a promise. Find your future at the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering. Visit eng.auburn.edu. Jackson Dart on the night, 3 of 5 for 58 yards and a touchdown pass. He has 5 carries for 47 yards and a touchdown. Quinson Judkins now 5 carries for 47 yards. That gives him 2,057, ranking 9th in Ole Miss history. Remember, he's just a season and a half into his Ole Miss career. 1st and 10 Rebels, ball in the middle of the field at the 33.
Taylor Wooten checked in for Jalen Simpson.
Trey Harris goes in motion. It's a pitch to Bentley. Tries to get the corner. He gets 4 yards on the play before Larry Nixon, the third, rolls him out of bounds.
Larry Nixon, one of the few players in college football over 100 tackles in his career, dating back to North Texas.
269 in his career at North Texas. Hand off again, Bentley, 45, and now to midfield and a first down for the Rebels. Caleb Wooden with the stop. Actually, they take him down at the 49 for the Rebels. 1st and 10 for Ole Miss at its own 49. Back to the line of scrimmage. Dart turns, hands the ball. Bentley picks his way forward and gets to the Auburn 45-yard line before Elijah McAllister brings him down.
Yeah, Auburn got to make sure they don't relax right here defensively. They got to make sure they keep the tempo and keep the pressure on this Ole Miss offense.
2nd down and 4. It's been all running. Bentley picks his way forward. 40. He's inside the Auburn 40-yard line, inside the 35. Zion Puckett brings him down with some help from Larry Nixon.
Yeah, they seem to keep running the ball to the boundary right there on the left side of that Auburn defense out there. Auburn got to be able to set the edge a little bit better there. They keep bouncing that ball to the outside, to our left side of the defense.
Judkins now comes in for the Rebels up at the tailback spot, replacing Bentley. Bentley now with 38 yards carrying on the night. 1st and 10 Ole Miss, and at the Auburn 34-yard line from the right hash. Franklin and Prescorn to the boundary for the Rebels. That's the short side of the field. Judkins to his left, forward. He is close to the first down. Taken down by Keontae Scott.
And Ole Miss offensive line right there. I tell you what, those guys getting their hands on our defensive tackles right there. We got to be able to shed those blocks quicker.
2nd and 1 from the Auburn at 25-yard line. Dart. Another handoff. Judkins hit at the line of scrimmage. He was hit behind the line, but falls forward and gets to the 20. Auburn had a shot to bring him down behind the line of scrimmage, but he kept the momentum going, and he's down to the 20 and a first down for the Rebels.
Yeah, I think Elijah McAllister might have had a shot at tackling him for a loss right there, but he was able to bounce off.
1st and 10 from the 20. It's a pitch to Judkins. He's to the 15, down the sideline, out of bounds near the 10. And the Rebels are just gashing Auburn with the run game right now.
Yeah, that might have should have been a holding call right there on the Ole Miss receiver to the boundary right there. Got a lot of DJ James jersey right there, keeping him from getting outside. They got away with one there.
1st and goal from the 10 for the Rebels. From the left hash, it's a pitch to Judkins. Hit behind the line, he loses a couple yards. A host of Auburn tacklers there, including Marcus Harris for Auburn. Zion Puckett was there as well for Auburn. It's a loss of 2. 2nd and goal from the 12.
Ole Miss has yet to throw a pass on this drive. It's kind of old school football here on this drive. Just lining up and try to run the ball man on man. See who can win the battles.
Lawrence Johnson replaces Jason Jones on the Auburn defensive front. 2nd and goal from the 12. Bentley is now the tailback. Flanking Dart. Bentley, nope, Dart, play action, throws it out of the back of the end zone. Nobody there.
That has to be intentional
There's no one even close.
Yeah, that got to be intentional grounding. He was not outside the box.
And the flag finally comes out. Now they're talking, let's put it that way. And it is. Yeah, he was not out of the tackle box, and he threw it out of the back of the end zone. There was nobody there.
Yeah, there was nobody in the middle of the field.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the offense. Illegal formation on the offense, more than 4 in the backfield. That penalty is declined. Intentional grounding on the offense, number 2. That penalty is a loss of down at the spot of the foul. It will be 3rd down.
That is the 6th penalty of the night in this first half for Ole Miss. And here is 3rd and goal for the Rebels. 3rd and goal from the 20.
This is where Auburn's got to be smart, Andy. We've had long third down situation where we gave up big plays because we didn't play smart football. Be smart right here. Force a field goal.
Bentley is the tailback from the left hash mark. Dart from the gun. Steps to the line of scrimmage, looks to the Ole Miss boundary. Play clock at 16. Dart back into the shotgun. And now Bentley to his left. 3rd and goal from the 20 for the Rebels. Play clock down to 4. Dart. Play action. Dart in trouble, throws it out. He's got Bentley at the 20. He's to the 15, and he's taken down at the 10. The first man there for Auburn was Eugene Asante. He got help from Jalen Simpson.
Yeah, great play design right there by Auburn defense. Coach Roberts right there showing a little bit of blitz right there at the line of scrimmage, making Dart change the play twice, and then all of a sudden running Jalen Simpson up out of there, disguising that blitz really well, faking blitz, but then going back and playing zone, forcing Ole Miss to take a field goal here.
A 28-yard field goal attempt by Camden Davis, who's 11 of 14 this season. Snap down, ball is dropped. They float it, and it's picked off at the 5. An interception on the play. Zion Puckett, or was that Burton? Charlie Pollock dropped the ball. He then threw it, and the ball was intercepted at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, great job right there by the Auburn special teams right there. I wish we'd have just knocked the ball down because we would have had the ball about 15 yards further up rather than being pinned down inside the 10 right there. But you can't complain.
No.
When the ball's in the air, you're going to react to it, and that's what our Zion Puckett did right there.
And Ole Miss comes up empty on this drive. The penalties did play a factor in this drive for the Rebels.
Oh, yes.
1st and 10 Auburn at its own 5 when we come back. 4:17 in the first half. Auburn and Ole Miss tied at 14. And Auburn football continues in a moment.
Sports not only bring us together, they inspire us on our own health journeys. Whether we're walking an extra lap, crushing a new goal, or spending time with friends cheering in the stands. We all win when we feel healthier and happier. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama is a proud sponsor of athletic programs across the state. Because a healthier Alabama is a happier Alabama. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. We cover what matters.
The Whataburger Jalapeno Cheddar Biscuit is back. But some folks have yet to try it. So let's not do the thing where we're like, "You've never had a jalapeno cheddar biscuit before?" You know what? It's okay. Let's just invite them to try this flaky, cheesy, and slightly spicy goodness for themselves. The Jalapeno Cheddar Biscuit, available as a sandwich or on its own from 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. for a limited time at participating locations. Whataburger, just like you like it.
Who out there likes chicken and eggs? Both are protein-packed and loaded with essential vitamins and minerals to keep you healthy and your immune system strong. Start your morning with a delicious omelet with all your favorite fix-ins. Or have some grilled chicken for dinner. Here in Alabama, we produce almost 500 million eggs a year. You just can't beat that. However you choose to enjoy chicken or eggs, remember, they're good for you and great for Alabama.
Hey Auburn fans, it's Coach Freeze. Few plays are more exciting than the sack. For every Auburn sack this season, philanthropic support from our fans will help the Ascension St. Vincent's Foundation invest in recreational equipment for schools around the state. Cultivating a healthy lifestyle early prevents chronic diseases. Please join Jill and me by making a donation to SAC Childhood Obesity. Visit stvhsfoundation.org, War Eagle.
Tonight's game between Auburn and Ole Miss is presented by the Alabama Department of Public Health. ADPH reminds you, don't wait, vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines, including COVID and flu. Now, back to Jordan-Hare Stadium.
1st down and 10 for Auburn at its own 5 after the interception by Zion Puckett, the first of his Auburn career. Robbie Ashford is the quarterback. Hands the ball to Jarquez Hunter, and Hunter gets a couple yards. 9th interception of the year for the Tigers, That means another $1,000 for Children's of Alabama through the Picks for Kids program. Chick-fil-A donating $1,000 for each Tigers pick. That's 9 interceptions, $9,000 for Children's of Alabama. Eat more chicken, more Eagle from Chick-fil-A. 2nd down and 8 from the Auburn 7. Bring 2 tight ends flanking Ashford and Hunter. And Ashford pulls it back, throws it forward. The pass is complete. That's Luke Deal for an Auburn first down, and a flag comes in late on the play.
I'm not sure what this flag is about. Ole Miss is saying it's against Auburn. Can't be lineman downfield. It was only a yard or 2.
Pass interference on the offense, number 87. That penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal from the previous spot with a replay of 2nd down.
They called that on Brandon Frazier.
Yeah, typically when they call that, they're trying to say he was setting up a pick right there for Luke Deal to get open in the flats.
Well, that takes away a first down and marks Auburn back to the 3.5-yard line.
Auburn got to be careful here too, Andy. Ole Miss gets the ball coming out of halftime. You want to make sure you milk this clock as well while you're trying to get points on the board here, not give Ole Miss the ball before half.
Trips to the wide side of the field, including Frazier and Deal and Fairweather. So 3 tight ends split to the wide side of the field on 2nd and 11 from the Auburn 4. Ashford in the end zone. Steps and he throws. Pass is complete out to the 10. So a 6-yard gain. The pass complete to Coy Moore. And here's 3rd down for Auburn.
I like that play call right there. Not being afraid to give Robbie a chance to throw the ball backed up in your own end zone. Ole Miss playing soft coverage right there. Try to get half of that penalty back to create a shorter 3rd down situation right here for Auburn.
Auburn is 3 of 6 on 3rd down tonight. This is 3rd and 5 from the Auburn 10. Thorne, the Auburn quarterback. Out of the gun. Steps to the line of scrimmage. Play clock is down to 7. Now back to the shotgun on 3rd and 5. Thorne hands the ball. Hunter tries to get to the boundary. Nothing doing. Absolutely nothing doing. And Jeremiah Jean-Baptiste with the stop for the Rebels. When Auburn has tried to go to that boundary tonight, it simply hasn't been there for Auburn. And the Rebels call a timeout with 2:27 to go in the first half of play.
Yeah, well, Ole Miss likes to,
game clock to 2:30, 2:30.
what Ole Miss like to do there, Andy, they see us right there in the boundary. They bring a corner blitz right there to keep us from bouncing that and getting outside and getting positive yards. Auburn, I think, right there was trying to rook that clock a little bit and leave Ole Miss a shorter time because they get the ball back coming out of halftime. I would have liked us to be a little bit more aggressive there. You know, you bring Thorne in on 3rd downs. Let's try to see if we could throw it and get the first down there to keep working this clock.
Auburn has 2 interference penalties tonight, the only penalties. 1 kept the drive alive for the Rebels in which they scored, and the offensive interference in that drive basically stopped it because it was a first down without the interference.
Yeah, we need a huge punt right here from Oscar.
Chapman 8 yards deep in the end zone to punt it away. Dayton Wade will receive it. And Wade steps up to the 50. The ball is loose. Ball is loose. Did Auburn get it? I think they did at the 39-yard line. Wade never caught the ball. A pile up at the 38.
Also got a flag on the 35-yard line.
And it looks like Ole Miss fell on it. Yep, Ole Miss ball. Boy, oh boy.
Oh, what a break.
Man. Wade fumbled it and recovered it for the Rebels.
You gotta see what this flag is on the 35-yard line.
During the kick, holding on the receiving team, number 13. That 10-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the kick. First down.
Oh, man, Andy, I thought we had that when that ball was kind of floating a little bit coming down. I knew it may have a chance of being a fumble because he really couldn't locate it. And right there, Ole Miss is fortunate enough to fall back on that ball.
Kean Lee is the one that had a shot at it and had a hand on it. He just couldn't bring it in after the fumble by Wade, and give Wade some credit for, after fumbling the ball, getting back on top of it. He never brought it in, and Caden Lee had it, and he just couldn't pull it in.
Eugene Asante almost getting in there on that ball as well.
As Lee was trying to field it, it bounced out of his hands. 1st and 10 Rebels at the 28. Dart with the fake pitch. Steps up into the pocket. He unloads it deep. And the pass is incomplete at the Auburn 40. Pass intended for Trey Harris. Defended by Keontae Scott.
That's that coverage we talk about, Andy. Keontae Scott, we missed him the last couple of weeks, especially against LSU and Georgia. He would have been guarding Bowers in some of those situations. Right here, he's showing why he's effective on defense for Auburn.
2nd and 10 for the Rebels. Clock stopped, 2:14 to go, second quarter. Auburn and Ole Miss tied at 14. 2nd and 10 for the Rebels from their own 28. Dart, empty backfield. Looks, he throws. Pass wide open, pre-scoring the tight end. He's across midfield, head down to the 45 and driven backwards.
Yeah, that was miscommunication right there by the Auburn defense. Right there, Keontae blitzing and Larry Nissen. One of them supposed to have the tight end. Both of those guys blitzed.
Clock rolling down, 1:53. 1st and 10 for the Rebels at the Auburn 44. Dart in the middle of the field. In some trouble, and he goes down back at the 49. That's Marcus Harris with the stop for the Tigers. That is his 6.5 tackle for loss and his 3.5 sack this season.
Man, great push right there by Marcus Harris. You know, not a 6'5", 6'6" guy, more of a shorter guy, but very stout in the legs and strong in his arms. Great push right there.
Loss of 6, back to the 49 for the Rebels. Dart right back. Steps up and he throws to the boundary. Incomplete. Tried to go to the boundary to Zachary Franklin, a senior from Cedar Hill, Texas.
Yeah, Auburn got away with it there, Andy. We had 12 men on the field. We did not get off in time. Whew. Lane Kiffin is having a fit with the ref right now down the sideline because they missed that. Huge break for Auburn.
3rd and 16 for the Rebels. Clock stopped with 1:17 to go in the first half. Ball is marked at the Rebel 49. 3rd and 16. Rebels are 1 of 5 on 3rd down tonight. Dart looks to the boundary. Shot of the play clock is down to 8. Down to 5. Takes the snap. Steps back all day to look and throw. Rolls to his right. In some trouble. Down he goes. Down he goes at the 42. Number 35, Jalen McLeod with the sack.
Now Auburn takes a timeout right here. Smart by Coach Freeze to take that timeout after the sack by Jalen McLeod, leaving 1:03. Auburn has another timeout to be able to march this ball down the field and try to get points.
1:03 to go in the first half. Auburn and Ole Miss tied at 14. Ole Miss punting when we come back. This is the Auburn Sports Network from PlayFly.
Get your game day started with the Auburn Sports Network and the Tiger Tailgate Show, presented by Conecuh Sausage. Paul Ellen, Brad Law, Andy Burcham, Ronnie Brown, Will Herring, and Jason Campbell bring the tailgate party to you. Breakdowns of the games from every angle, visits from former Tiger greats, and updates from around campus 3 hours before kickoff of every Auburn game. It's the biggest tailgate party on the radio. The Tiger Tailgate Show, presented by Conecuh Sausage.
Andy Burcham here to tell you about our friends over at Truckworks, the official commercial truck dealer of the Auburn Tigers. Truckworks is Alabama's exclusive Kenworth, Hino, and Isuzu commercial truck dealer, and the Southeast headquarters for dump trucks, sleeper trucks, box vans, and everything in between. Step into their TRP parts store in Opelika for all your commercial truck, trailer, and bus parts needs. Truckworks, the partner you can count on in the transportation industry since 1978.
Yellowwood knows that a five-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all... Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For five-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Are you looking to advance your career without putting your life on hold? Consider the flexibility of an online MBA at Auburn University's Harvard College of Business. Ranked among the nation's best by U.S. News and World Report, our 100% online MBA program provides the flexibility you need to pursue a degree while maintaining your personal and professional life. Learn more at harvard.auburn.edu.
1:06 to go in the second quarter. Auburn ball after this punt by Ole Miss, tied at 14. Auburn and Ole Miss take it to the house with the Alabama Manufactured Housing Association and the Auburn Tigers. This week's Take It to the House contestant is Maxine Ryan from Daleville. If Auburn returns his first received kickoff of the second half for a touchdown, Maxine wins up to $75,000 towards the purchase of a manufactured home from an authorized AMHA dealer. If the Tigers score a touchdown within the first 3 plays of the drive, Maxine wins $25,000. Register for your chance to win at auburntigers.com/take-it-to-the-house. 3 sacks in this first half for the Auburn Tigers tonight. 15 on the season. The Rebels, with 22 coming in, have not gotten to the Auburn quarterback yet. We're tied at 14.
Auburn doing a great job of forcing turnovers. You know, this Auburn defense was second in the SEC coming into the game with turnovers forced with 7 interceptions and 4 fumbles. Tonight already add two more interceptions to that turnover.
Coy Moore back to take this punt from Frazier Mazin. Coy back at the 15. Mazin punts it away. It's quick, and he shanked it. He shanked it poorly. Up the sideline. Let's see where they mark this out of bounds. Across the 35.
Knocking at the 40, well, it looks like.
Holy cow, they're still coming. Great field position for Auburn, and 1:01 to go and 1 timeout remaining for the Tigers. The ball is marked at the Auburn 45-yard line.
Yeah, I think the punter, Massin, for Ole Miss, saw Auburn bringing pressure right there and tried to hurry up and get that kickoff and end up shanking it off the side of his foot. Huge
13 yards. 1st and 10, Auburn at its own 45-yard line. 1:01 to go in the half.
They're going Robbie Ashford, the quarterback here. 1:01, 1 timeout. Andy, got to get out of bounds. Stop the clock.
A double tight end set for the Tigers. Wide receivers right and left. Ashford from the gun. Play action to Hunter. Looks. He's going deep. Up the seam. And it's intercepted at the 11-yard line by the Rebels. Number 5, John Saunders Jr. with the interception.
Yeah, not what you want right there, to turn the ball right back over to Ole Miss before the half, but they still have 2 timeouts left for themselves. I think they may have 3 timeouts. You don't want to do that right there. If you don't see anything deep, Robbie got to just check the ball down.
Tell you what, the intended receiver for Auburn, Javarius Johnson, got leveled on that play.
Yeah, situational football, you have to understand as a quarterback right there. Coach Freeze and Coach Montgomery are going to call a shot play. They called a shot play, but you got to know as a quarterback, though, if it's not there, let me check the ball down and keep the ball in our hands, not take that chance right there. Robbie got to learn from that.
First down for the Rebels at their own 12, 54 seconds. As Jason mentioned, Ole Miss has all 3 timeouts. Dart ball in the middle of the field with Judkins to his left. Handoff goes to Quinson Judkins. Judkins gets away from the first man, gets across the 15-yard line, out to the 16. Was able to elude Keontae Scott on the play before he was brought down by Jalen Simpson for the Tigers.
Yeah, Keontae getting there with a lot of speed tonight. Just got to make sure he wrap up for a little bit longer. Judkins is a guy that can bounce off tackles very well. He's a strong runner. I think Ole Miss is going to be content here, Andy, with just trying to get to halftime with everything that's happened to them here in the second quarter, getting a huge break right there by the interception by Auburn.
Ole Miss will have the ball coming out of the locker room. 19 seconds and counting. 2nd and 5 from the 17. Again, Judkins speeds forward, gets just shy of the 20-yard line. Lawrence Johnson on the stop for Auburn. Final 5 seconds of the first half tick away. And at the end of 1 half of play, 13th ranked Ole Miss tied with Auburn at 14. Let's go down to Will Herring, who's standing by with Auburn head coach Hugh Freeze.
Coach, talk about the energy with your defense in the first half. 3 sacks, a couple picks, maybe a little. I know you'd like to see more execution on 3rd downs. Just talk about their effort in the first half.
Effort's been phenomenal. We've just given up too many explosive plays, but Ole Miss is very good at that. And proud of our kids, great atmosphere. Wish we'd have converted that 4th and 1 on the first drive, and wish Robbie would have hit his check down on that last one there and let us have a chance to get 3 points. But yeah, we're in it, man, with a top 20 team, and got 2 quarters left.
Yes, sir. Good luck in the second half.
All right, well, thank you very much. The score at the half, Auburn 14, 13th ranked Ole Miss 14. Here's Paul Ellen with the Truckworks halftime report.
All right, thank you very much, Andy. First, let's check the top 25 scoreboard on the Yellowwood scoreboard. Virginia giving 10th ranked North Carolina everything they want. Virginia had an opening lead of 14-7, but North Carolina has answered in the second quarter, 17-14. North Carolina now leads Virginia as they go to the third quarter of play. Second-ranked Michigan leads Michigan State 21-0. They have been in control from the start, playing in East Lansing in that bitter rivalry. 16th-ranked Duke jumped out to a 10-0 lead. There's early in the second quarter, 13 minutes to go in the second quarter in Tallahassee, and Duke leads number 4 Florida State 17-7. Duke just tacked on a touchdown there. Down in Baton Rouge, 19th-ranked LSU leads Army 28-0. They are midway through the second quarter in that one. Out in the Coliseum in L.A., 2 ranked teams going at it. 14th-ranked Utah has just scored, and that's tied up with 18th-ranked Southern Cal, 14-14, the score in that one. Earlier today, top 25 action, number 3 Ohio State beat number 7 Penn State 20-12. Number 8 Oklahoma came from behind to edge Central Florida 31-29. 22nd-ranked Air Force beat Navy 17-6. Air Force really in control of that game throughout. Oregon got a big day from Bo Nix and was able to dominate Washington State in Eugene, 38-24. The final as the 9th-ranked Ducks cruised. Alabama trailed in the first half, trailed at halftime, looked awful, and then outscored Tennessee 27-0 in the second half. Alabama beats Tennessee 34-20 in Tuscaloosa today. 20th-ranked Missouri dominant from the start. They beat South Carolina 34-12 in Columbia, Missouri. Number 23 Tulane 35-28 over North Texas. Tulane goes to 6-1 overall. Big upset in the Big Ten is 24th-ranked Iowa again sees their offense just come up short. They fall to 6-2 as Minnesota beat them 12-10. If there was ever a Big Ten score, that's it. Texas had their hands full. The 8th-ranked Longhorns went into Houston. Will probably never play there again, but they beat Houston 31-24. Houston giving it all they had in that big game. And that's a look at your top 25. We'll give you the story of this game. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
A limited number of men's basketball single game tickets are still available. Don't miss the exhilarating action at Neville Arena as Bruce Pearl and the Tigers play in the most electric atmosphere in college basketball.
1, 2, 3.
Tip-off on the Plains is coming Friday night, November 10th against Southeast Louisiana. Tickets start as low as $30. Visit AUBTIX.com to make sure you're there to witness Auburn men's basketball at Neville Arena. That's AUBTIX.com.
People take their chili seriously. At Whataburger, we also put chili on a pedestal made of 100% fresh beef. The Whataburger Chili Cheeseburger, made to order with our own chili on 2 all-beef patties, melty cheese, onions, mustard, and crunchy corn chips. This is chili elevated to burger height. The Chili Cheeseburger is back for a limited time. Whataburger, just like you like it.
Hey, I'm Charles Barkley. Call for a Redmont and water at bars and restaurants throughout the great state of Alabama. Redmont Vodka, available at select ABC stores and package stores. Redmont Vodka is 8 times distilled, gluten-free, and is made from non-GMO corn. Looking to support a local business? Redmont Distilling is Alabama proud and minority owned. Learn more online at redmontdistilling.com.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
back to more of the Truckworks Halftime Report. Truckworks is the official commercial truck dealer of the Auburn Tigers. Once again, here's Paul Ellen.
Spectacular halftime show going on in Jordan-Hare Stadium as the Auburn band presents a salute to Metallica. You can imagine what that one is like. Here's the story of the first half. It's called by Andy Burcham. Auburn won the toss, elected to receive. Tigers moved it out to a first down at midfield, but then turned the ball over on a 4th and 1 play. Didn't take Ole Miss long to capitalize. They converted a 3rd and 17, a 3rd and 12, and a 4th and 4 before Jackson Dart set them up in the red zone.
Approaching the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. Bentley in motion out of the backfield. Dart to throw across the middle. Touchdown right across the middle to Zachary Franklin.
9 plays, 48 yards for the Rebels. They led it 7-0. But Auburn with a very quick answer, starting from their 25-yard line, moved to a first down out near midfield, and then went to their veteran running back.
From the right hash mark. Handoff, Jarquez Hunter heads forward, first down and more. He's into the clear. He has one man to beat. He beat him. 10-5 touchdown. Jarquez Hunter, touchdown Auburn, 53 yards.
So Auburn goes 75 yards in 6 plays. It's all tied up with 2.5 to go in the first quarter, but Ole Miss wasn't done. They moved the ball out to a 4th and 1 situation at the Auburn 29, and again the quarterback took it into his own hands.
They need about a half yard. Dart flanked by Judkins. Dart right up the middle, faked it, he's up the middle, he's to the 10, he's untouched to the end zone for a touchdown. He faked the pitch to Judkins, and he was untouched for 29 yards and a touchdown.
So it was 14-7 at the end of the first period. Auburn went 3 and out. Things looked dire for the home Tigers, but the Ole Miss Rebels faced an inspired Auburn defense ready to make the first of several big plays.
From the 40, Ole Miss right back to the line. Sends Harris in motion. Play action by Dart. Drops, he throws up the seam. It is intercepted. Intercepted on the play. It's Donovan Kaufman down the Auburn sideline. He's to the 30, 25, dives to the 23.
41-yard return for Donovan Kaufman set Auburn up at the 24-yard line. Tigers very quickly facing a 3rd and 1, and it was the Auburn quarterback who made the big play.
Ball on the left hash mark. Ashford, the quarterback. Ashford's going to run it. He's to the 10. Banks it to the outside 5. Dives forward. He's shy of the goal line, but he has a first down for Auburn on 1st and goal from the 1.
And 1st and goal from the 1. They went to the big Mississippi native once again.
And a heavy set in there for Auburn.
Look like Peyton Thorne's in the game.
And Thorne, the quarterback, and Jaden Muskrat set up in the backfield as well. Handoff. Jarquez Hunter forward touchdown.
Jarquez Hunter scores to cap a 24-yard, 4-play drive. That made it 14 all. Then oddly enough for this game, an exchange of punts before Ole Miss botched a field goal after driving deep into Auburn territory. Zion Puckett intercepted at the Auburn 5, but Auburn couldn't punch it out. They had to punt the ball away from the 5-yard line, but the Ole Miss drive was thwarted by a sack by Jalen McLeod. Auburn with 3 sacks on the first half, 2 on that possession. Tigers went deep, couldn't make it pay off. Ole Miss intercepted deep in their territory and ran out the clock. So we're at halftime. It is 14 all, Auburn and Ole Miss, and that's the story of the first half. Truckworks is the official commercial truck dealer of the Auburn Tigers. The Truckworks halftime report continues in a moment.
Andy Burcham here to tell you about our friends over at Truckworks, the official commercial truck dealer of the Auburn Tigers. Truckworks is Alabama's exclusive Kenworth, Hino, and Isuzu commercial truck dealer, and the Southeast headquarters for dump trucks, sleeper trucks, box vans, and everything in between. Step into their TRP parts store in Opelika for all your commercial truck, trailer, and bus parts needs. Truckworks, the partner you can count on in the transportation industry since 1978.
Do you say War Eagle instead of hello? See tigers in the clouds? Never wear crimson and white together? If so, there's no better way to show your Tiger pride than with the Auburn University Regents Visa Debit Card and prepaid Regents Now Card. As passionate as you are about Auburn, Regents is even more passionate about celebrating your every financial win and helping you plan for the next one. To order your card, visit Regions.com/Go Tigers. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
If SEC football runs deep in your veins, then Sirius XM SEC Radio is what you need to listen to. We're talking conference and team previews, plus hear live games, news, and analysis from experts like Chris Doering, Aaron Murray, and Max Starks. Go in-depth with your favorite team with coaches shows, championship specials, and more. Get inside SEC football like nowhere else. Feed your fandom on the Sirius XM app. Stay up to date anywhere you go. Just download the app and start streaming.
Conecuh Sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh Sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true Southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh Gift Shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh Sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh Sausage, since 1947, a real winner.
This copyrighted broadcast is authorized under rights granted to Play Fly Sports by Auburn University and is intended solely for the entertainment of our audience. It may not be rebroadcast or retransmitted in any form without the documented consent of Auburn University and Play Fly Sports.
14-all, Auburn and Ole Miss at halftime here at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Your halftime statistics presented by the Alabama Department of Public Health. They remind you, don't wait, vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines, including COVID and flu. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM. Ole Miss dominated on first downs 11-4, but other stats relatively even. Not a lot of passing in the first half. The Rebels ran it for 144, passed for 85. They snapped it 39 times for 229 yards. Auburn with 114 running the ball, just 26 through the air. 26 plays for Auburn. That's a little low. 140 yards for the Tigers. Penalty yards were big for both teams. Some critical first downs coming on penalties. Ole Miss penalized 7 times for 45 yards. Auburn penalized just twice for 18 yards, but one of those kept an Ole Miss touchdown drive alive. On third down, the Rebels just 1 for 6. But on fourth down, they were 2 out of 3. Auburn, on the other hand, 3 out of 7 on third down, but 0 for 1 on fourth down attempts. Quinshon Judkins, the leading ball carrier for the Rebels, 11 carries for 78 yards in the first half of play for Judkins. Jarquez Hunter, 9 carries, 63 yards for Auburn. Hunter scored 2 touchdowns and averaged 7 yards per carry. Jackson Dart was 5 for 9 throwing the ball for 85 yards. He threw 1 touchdown pass. He was sacked 3 times by the aggressive Auburn defense. Robbie Ashford 3 out of 4 with 1 interception, 22 yards passing, just a 9-yard for a long pass. Peyton Thorne was 1 for 2 passing for 4 yards. Caden Prescorn caught 2 balls for 48 yards, 52 net yards for Prescorn, and that was certainly big in the attack for the Rebels. Tyler Fromm was Auburn's leading receiver, 1 catch for 9 yards. Jarquez Hunter, Coy Moore, and Rivaldo Fairweather also each had 1 catch in the first half. Leading tackler, Jeremiah Jean-Baptiste, had 4 tackles to lead the Rebels, including 2 tackles behind the line. Larry Nixon led Auburn with 6 total tackles in the first half. Once again, a key stat for Auburn. The Tigers got 5 tackles for loss, including 3 sacks, and that was instrumental in stopping a couple of Rebel drives. 14-14, Auburn and Ole Miss tied at halftime. The team's about to return to the field, and we'll get set for the second half kickoff. Ole Miss will have the ball coming out. Stay with us. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Hey, Tiger fans. Be sure to join Coach Jay in Auburn women's basketball this season in Neville Arena. Limited reserve seating options for season tickets are on sale now. The package includes home games against Tennessee, LSU, Alabama, and South Carolina. For more information or to purchase season tickets, visit aubtix.com. Thank you for supporting Auburn women's basketball, and see you this season in Neville Arena. War Eagle!
It's game day. What do you take to the tailgate? A flat screen TV? Take it to the tailgate.
Your wife's favorite blender? The DJ sound system? With a Ford F-150 truck, you can take it all. With available Pro Power onboard that acts like a mobile generator, you can use F-150 to take your tailgate to the next level. Visit your local Ford dealer today. The Auburn Tigers and Ford F-150. Greatness starts here. See owner's manual for important operating instructions.
Hey, I'm Charles Barkley. Call for a Redmont and water at bars and restaurants throughout the great state of Alabama. Redmont Vodka, available at select ABC stores and package stores. Redmont Vodka is 8 times distilled, gluten-free, and is made from non-GMO corn. Looking to support a local business? Redmont Distilling is Alabama proud and minority owned. Learn more online at redmontdistilling.com.
The Houston Clinic would like to welcome Dr. Brad Young, the newest addition to our team of experienced medical professionals at Auburn's Houston Clinic. Specializing in joint replacements, sports medicine, and arthroscopic surgery, Dr. Young has treated athletes and worked with sports teams from middle and high school to college and professional teams. Call now to schedule your evaluation. Houston Clinic. Research, education, treatment. Houston.com.
Welcome back to Jordan-Hare Stadium. Auburn and Ole Miss tied at 14. Ole Miss will have the ball to open the second half of play. Jason Campbell, this Rebel defense held Arkansas to just 36 yards rushing back on October 7th. It was the fewest yielded by an Ole Miss defense since 2014. In the first half tonight alone, Auburn with 114 yards on the ground. It was one of the criteria we talked about before the game. Got to establish the ground game. Auburn has done that to this point.
Yeah, Andy, like we talked about pregame, you got to be able to run the ball to keep Ole Miss offense on the sideline. Sometimes you play defense while working that clock, but for Auburn, I think we found something in our run game. They're getting great push against the defensive line of Ole Miss. Right now, I think our guys are a little bit bigger in the trenches on our offensive line compared to their defensive line. We just got to be more efficient on third downs and continue to try to work and hit some of those big plays that are there. What hurt us is right before the half, though. You can't have the interception. Coach is trusting you as a quarterback. If I call the play to go deep, if the defense gives us what we want, take it. But if not, I need you to check the ball down and keep the ball in our hands.
But you look at the replay, though, Javarius Johnson was hammered on the play. I'm not sure why an interference penalty wasn't caused there, but you heard Coach Freeze talk about it going into the locker room with Will Herring. He had a check down there and didn't get it there.
Yeah, that's the one thing about as a quarterback. You have to protect the coaches in a call, and that comes with trust. I'm trusting you with this call to take the shot if it's there, but if it's not there, to check the ball down, keep us on schedule. Auburn had a chance right there to get some points before the half and be up, with Ole Miss getting the ball here starting the second half.
Penalty-wise in the first half, Ole Miss was 7 penalties for 45 yards. I thought for the most part, Ole Miss overcame those penalties, although penalties late stopped a drive for the Rebels. Auburn just 2 penalties, 2 interference penalties. One kept a drive alive for Ole Miss. The second was an offensive interference that took away a first down. So although Auburn has been called for just 2 penalties, they have been costly for the Tigers.
Yeah, that 3rd and 17 penalty right there, 3rd and 17, they called Nehemiah Pritchett right there for pass interference that kind of sustained the Ole Miss drive. And then 3rd and 22, we give it 21 yards on a rush by Juckerson to set up an Ole Miss 4th down conversion. We just got to make sure that when we get them in long down situation, don't do anything to give this Ole Miss an opportunity to capitalize. It's okay to play soft coverages sometimes and give it the underneath when it's 3rd and long like that and just rally and tackle.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Leading rushers in tonight's game, Quinshon Judkins for Ole Miss, who hails from Alabama, 11 carries, 78 yards. For Auburn, Jarquez Hunter, who hails from Mississippi. He has 9 carries for 63 yards and a pair of touchdowns. Boy, this is a big offensive drive for the Rebels to open the second half of play. Alex McPherson kicks this one away. And there will be no return by Ulysses Bentley. We haven't had a kickoff return tonight. 1st and 10 Rebels from their own 25-yard line to start the third quarter play. Ole Miss will be moving from the north end zone to the south. Very little wind to speak of that we can see above the stadium. Yes. 1st and 10 Rebels at their own 25.
Yeah, it's great weather, man, for football. I don't understand how you want to be anywhere else but right here in Jordan-Hare Stadium. 14-14 game, start the second half. Auburn needs to keep the energy in the building. Need a big stop right here on this drive to open up the second half.
Needs some Jordan-Hare magic here in the second half. Dart from the gun. Judkins flanks him. 1st and 10 Rebels at their own 25 to start the third quarter of play. Play clock is down to 7. Dart from inside the left hash. Hands the ball to Judkins. Judkins, tripped up from behind. Nicely done by number 50, Marcus Harris, for the Tigers. And there's an Ole Miss offensive lineman lying on his back. And it is the right tackle, Micah Pettis, who is pointing to his left lower leg with the Ole Miss medical staff out to tend to the big right tackle. Pettis, 6'7", 360, a sophomore from Madison, Alabama. 16th career start. Jeremy James, the right guard, 43rd consecutive start on that offensive line. And Pettis gets up, and he will walk off the field under his own power.
Pettis is a big man for the Ole Miss offensive line. You know, playing, like you said, Andy, those 16 starts. One thing about him, though, he's very competitive. And seeing him walk off the field from Madison High School in Mississippi, preseason All-American.
2-yard gain on first down for Judkins. 2nd and 8 from the Ole Miss 27-yard line. Trips to the wide side of the field. That's the Auburn boundary. Empty backfield for Dart. Drops to throw with time. Up the middle, throw, a diving catch, and a first down to Trey Harris at the 40.
Yeah, Ole Miss went to an empty formation trying to spread out the Auburn defense. One thing that does is keeps us from bringing a blitz sometimes. We got to get better push on those empty formations.
1st and 10 from the 40. Judkins with the carry. Bounces to the outside across midfield 50 and inside the 45-yard line before Keontae Scott brings him down at the Auburn 44.
Yeah, Ole Miss going fast. Auburn got to hurry up and get set and get down. They're going really fast.
1st and 10 from the Auburn 44. Judkins again at the line of scrimmage, gets a yard, and that is all. Good pursuit in the middle for the Auburn defense that time.
Yeah, and sometimes in those situations, when you get a tackle like that as a defensive lineman, you want to lay on that running back just a little bit to give your guys time to get set, because you want to do anything you can to slow down the opposing offense when they're snapping the ball that fast as Ole Miss does.
Keldrick fought, crashed down, and made the tackle after a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 from the Auburn 43. Bentley now the tailback for the Rebels. Dart to the line of scrimmage. Now backs up in the shotgun. Bentley to his right from the left hash mark for Ole Miss. Bentley goes in motion out of the backfield. That's the wheel route. Dart throws the wheel route up the sideline. Bentley makes the catch, but he's out of bounds. Coverage that time by Eugene Asante on the wheel route.
Yeah, that was actually a great play call by Lane Kiffin right there, motioning out that back a little bit, getting him a head start on Eugene Asante, called him man coverage. He actually had him beat early. Dart couldn't see him. Ended up making a late pass out of bounds. That's a big, huge miss by Ole Miss defense, Ole Miss offense right there.
Yeah, he's 5 yards behind the Auburn defense. Here is 3rd and 9 for the Rebels. Ole Miss 1 of 6 on 3rd down. And we're going to get a review of the play. We're going to get a review of the non-catch.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. That play is under video review.
Yeah, I think his right foot was out of bounds when he caught that.
Jason Campbell says with hope in his voice.
That was a huge miss by Ole Miss, though. Early in that progression, he was immediately wide open, and Dart came to him way too late. Huge break for Auburn right there, but I believe that right toe when he caught that ball was out of bounds.
Replay reviews are brought to you by Auburn's Houston Clinic. Don't let a sports injury bench you this season. Go to Houston for your fracture, sprain, or strain, because orthopedics is all they do. Go straight to the specialist. Go to Auburn's Houston Clinic.
Well, one thing, and he stepped out of bounds before he caught it, so now he's ineligible.
Right.
you know, because he didn't get his whole body back in to sustain himself. So this
his right foot appears to be out of bounds before he caught the ball.
Right, and he did not position himself as being back in the play. So this right here should come back.
Should.
And force a 3rd down and 8 for Ole Miss.
It should.
I don't know what to say nowadays. You never know. What we think doesn't matter, and it's what the guys in the caps think on the field.
Your predecessor would become incredibly frustrated with some of these calls.
Well, the bench might be broke right now because he's broke a couple of them across the SEC.
Yeah. Good to see Stan and that 93 team honored here tonight.
What a team.
Whew. Man, that was a fun season to call that season. Jim Fife and Charlie Trotman and that Auburn Sports or Auburn Network crew.
Yeah,
Jim and Charlie were the only TV that Auburn fans had that season. I think it's the last time we'll ever see a team get banned from TV as a result of a probation.
Man, they had a lot of guys on that team. Wayne Gandy, Bostic, T. Rich. Like I said, they was loaded, man. Just
Frank Sanders,
Brian
Stan,
Robinson.
oh, man, that team was loaded.
The list can go on, and to not be playing for a championship that year and go out and play with all the heart and have 11 in those seasons.
Well, this review continues, and now we'll get the call from Lee Hedrick.
After video review, the receiver stepped out of bounds prior to touching the ball. That way, therefore, it is illegal touching, which is a loss of down at the previous spot. It is 3rd down.
Good call, Jason. His right foot, as he was going backwards, touched out of bounds. He caught the ball actually inbound, but had already stepped out of bounds.
Yeah.
All right, here's 3rd and 9.
Yeah, another break for Auburn right there. Dart seeing that late. And then Ole Miss running back right there, right foot touching out of bounds before touching that ball. Huge break, big 3rd down right here, and we got to get off the field right here. At least keep Ole Miss from making the 4th and short because Lane would go for it. So your mindset, you got to think it's 2-down territory for Ole Miss offense.
3rd and 9 for the Rebels. The Rebels are 1 of 6 on 3rd down tonight. Judkins is out. Bentley replaces him in the backfield. Dart 6 of 11 for 98 yards on the night. 3rd and 9 from the left hash mark. Double wide receivers right and left for the Rebels.
Jalen Simpson might come on the blitz here.
Play clock down to 4. Auburn does bring the blitz. They get the ball. Bentley makes the first man miss, not the second. He actually lost a yard. The first man there was Elijah McAllister. Eugene Asante cleaned it up. A loss, and it's 4th and 10, and the Rebels bring the punt unit out.
Yeah, great call right there by Coach Roberts. Defense, disguising that defense again. See Jalen Simpson hanging out around that 5-yard area. As a quarterback, he's there for a reason. And like you said, he brought the blitz right there, forcing that play to happen backside. Great job.
Coy Moore back at the 10 to take this punt from Frazier Mazin, who booms it. End over end flag is down. The ball bounces at the 5, takes an Auburn bounce to the 9. Again, a flag has been thrown at about the 8-yard line.
We got 2 flags on the field.
Auburn may have had 12 on the field. Goodness.
Ole Miss might go for it now. 4th and short.
Instead of 4th and 10, it would be 4th and 5. And the Rebels are 2 of 3 on 4th down tonight.
Illegal substitution on the receiving team. They played with 12 players. That 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the previous spot with the replay of 4th down.
Caden Davis, the place kicker for the Rebels, is 11 of 15 this season. His long is 56 yards.
Their offense coming back on the field.
Sure is. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Yeah, not what you want to do is give Ole Miss an opportunity. Anything, 4th and 5 or under, he's going for it. Man, tough break for Auburn. Like I said, we got to be alert for those substitutions on 3rd and 4th downs. You got to make sure you communicate.
Line to gain the Auburn 34-yard line from the left hash. Dart with Judkins flanking him to his right. From the left hash. Dart walks to the line of scrimmage. Looks to Lane Kiffin for the call from the Ole Miss sideline. Now back into the shotgun. 4th and 5 for the Rebels. Dart to throw. A little bit of pressure, throws, pass complete, and short of the first down. Short of the first down, Zachary Franklin knocked out of bounds a yard shy. Auburn's defense holds.
Great job by the Auburn defense right there. Jalen McLeod getting the pressure right there up front, forcing that ball out. Eugene Asante making a hit short of the first down right there. Gives Auburn a better field position than they had on the punt.
You're not kidding. That's a great call. Donovan Kaufman, Nehemiah Pritchett there for that tackle on Franklin. 1st and 10 Auburn at its own 35-yard line. It was going to be 1st and 10 for Auburn inside the 10 on the punt.
Yes, a huge break right there for Auburn right there. Lane going for the 4th and 5 right there. Auburn with the huge stop. Like I said, Donovan Kaufman has been all over the field tonight with Keontae Scott helping him in the lineup.
Auburn in the pistol with Hunter behind Robbie Ashford. They bring now a tight end, Luke Deal, as the H-back. Hand the ball to Jarquez. Forward across the 40 and out to the 43-yard line. Jarquez Hunter with the gain. Stephon Wynn on the stop for Ole Miss. It's a gain of 8, 2nd and 2 for Auburn, out to the 43.
Connor Lewis still in the game at center. Avery Jones getting hurt early in the ball game, still out.
2nd and 2 for Auburn at the 43. Ashford from the gun again brings Deal into the backfield as an H-back. Turns. He's going to run it around the left end. If he can get to the corner, he's got traffic, but is tackled with a loss on the play.
Yeah,
he never could get to the corner, and Suntarine Perkins brought him down.
Yeah, either Jarquez went the wrong way or Robbie went the wrong way. Looking at this play right here, I have to say the running back went the wrong way here.
Yeah. Just judging from the way it was blocked. And now 3rd and 6 for Auburn. The Tigers in the first half. 3 of 7. Thorne, the quarterback, from the gun. Drops to throw. Steps, and he's sacked. Goodness gracious. Jared Ivey brings him down for the 23rd sack of the season for Ole Miss. And what was once a promising drive for Auburn comes to a close. Yes. Auburn had 2nd and 2 and went backwards on consecutive plays.
You're exactly right, and it's not the first plays that's hurting us tonight. It's our 2nd down plays that's kind of getting us tonight of going backwards.
Chapman to punt it away. Rolls to his right and booms it away. End over end and a dandy. Back to the 15. Takes an Auburn bounce and makes it to the end zone. 10-12 to go in this 3rd quarter of play. Auburn and Ole Miss are tied at 14. Great things are possible when you have the power, performance, and smart feature of a Ford F-150, the official truck of the Auburn Tigers. Greatness starts at your local Ford dealer. A 70-yard punt. 70-yard punt out of there by Oscar Chapman. Ole Miss ball when we come back at its own 20, 1st and 10 with 10-12 to go in the 3rd. Auburn football continues in a moment.
What does commitment sound like? At Alabama Power, we hear you, we see you, and celebrate you on long practice days, game days that bring us together, and every day in between. Your commitment to making an impact for the team, for the fans. That inspires us to be at our best for the communities we champion across the state. We're committed to this kind of energy. That's power for a better Alabama. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
The sweet smell of victory and grilled burgers still hang in the air. Your tailgate was a big win thanks to your Ford F-150 truck. With available Pro Power onboard, you used your F-150 as a mobile generator. That kept the celebration going long after the final whistle. See your local Ford dealer for great offers on a Ford F-150, the official truck of the Auburn Tigers. See owner's manual for important operating instructions.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
This broadcast of Auburn football is brought to you by Aetna, proud sponsor of the Auburn Sports Network.
Well, Auburn had a promising drive. I know it was just a 3-play drive, but Auburn had 2nd and 2 after an 8-yard gain on first down. We believe that Jarquez Hunter went the wrong way on 2nd down. That was a loss. And then on 3rd and a passing situation with Peyton Thorne in the game, he was sacked, and Auburn had to punt it away. And Ole Miss has it 1st and 10 at its own 20, 10-12 to go in the 3rd quarter play after a 66-yard punt from Oscar Chapman.
Yeah, Auburn has had 2 opportunities, Andy, right before the half to get points on the board. And right there, great field position right there. And to have to punt that ball right there has to be a defeating feeling on that drive.
1st and 10 Rebels, ball in between the hashes. Dart. The handoff, and up the middle, a 5-yard gain out to the 25-yard line by Ulysses Bentley IV. Cam Riley with the stop for Auburn.
Auburn looking to the sideline, got to hurry up and get the calls in. Everyone got to get set and get in position. No time to disguise when you're going fast.
2nd and 5 from the 25 for the Rebels, ball in between the hashes. Handoff, Bentley tries to get outside, run down from behind. Flag comes down as well.
We're going to get a hold on Ole Miss.
Austin Keys with the stop from behind. Indeed, holding against Ole Miss.
Ole Miss receivers down.
This will be the 8th flag of the night for the Rebels for 55 yards. And Bentley is the injured Ole Miss player, as he is lying next to the SEC logo on the Ole Miss side of the field.
Holding on the offense, number 57. That penalty is declined. It will be 3rd down.
Pettis called for the hold, and Auburn declines it, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and long for Ole Miss.
67 was the foul.
It wasn't Pettis. It was Quincy McGee. So this is 3rd down. Let's call it 7 for the Rebels as Bentley gets up and is helped off the field.
Field position is going to be a real key in this game right here. If Auburn is able to hold right here, you're looking at getting the ball back in great field position on your next drive.
Judkins flanks Dart just inside the left hash on 3rd and 7. Dart to throw. Gets pressure. Boy, there was a hold there. He throws. It's incomplete. Pass intended for Trey Harris. Keontae Scott defending. He's making up for some lost time tonight. And Ole Miss with a 3-and-out.
Keontae, a great hybrid, Andy. This guy can play a multiple positions. Like I said, line him up at the nickel position, which we consider the star position. They call him the star position because he can blitz. He can play coverage. He can also line up as a safety and allow Kaufman to come in and give him a break at that nickel position. So Keontae Scott being back tonight is having a huge effect on this Auburn defense.
Coy Moore at the 35 to take this punt from Fraser Mazin, senior out of Melbourne, Australia. There's the snap. Mazin gets it away. Low driving kick. Coy Moore at the 35. Ball's forward. He's at the 50. Makes a man miss to the 45. And he fumbled the ball. It's picked up by the Tigers. Oh, Nehemiah Pritchett. Johnny on the spot for the Tigers. And a flag is down.
Yeah, like this going to be coming back. Got a hold probably against Auburn here. I just hate to see that yellow flag anytime you get a huge break like that in the special team, especially in the punt return.
That was going to give Auburn 1st and 10 in Ole Miss territory, but likely this is coming back. The flag thrown back at the Auburn 43-yard line.
Yeah, I don't like when players throw their hands up like they didn't do anything. You're almost initiating to the ref. There was
return. Illegal block in the back on the receiving team, number 25. That 10-yard penalty will be enforced from the spot of the foul. first down.
Boy, the penalties tonight for Auburn have really, and they have been killers tonight for the Tigers.
Yeah, they come at the wrong time, and especially when we have great field position. We still going to have good field position, but, man, that would have been an awesome field position for Auburn right here off that punt return by Coy Moore.
9:16 to go in the third. Auburn ball at its own 33 when play resumes. The Tigers and Rebels are tied at 14. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Just the good stuff. Only the good stuff. Classic hits. Wings 94.3.
Recruiting plays a major role in team building. Recruiting also plays an important role in protecting my home from termites with Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system. Termites eat the bait in the Centricon stations, then eagerly recruit other termites to also feed on the bait, thus eliminating the termite colony. You don't have to live with termites. Call Cook's Pest Control for a free quote.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
What widens the eyes, tightens the stomach, and flutters the heart. Adrenaline. Feel it for yourself in the Toyota RAV4, Camry, Corolla, and Tacoma. Get 2.9% APR for 36 months on a new 2023 Toyota RAV4. Toyota, let's go places. Offer valid through October 31st, 2023. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $29.04 monthly payment for every $1,000 financed. Excludes tax tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Thinking of advancing your career with a master's degree in business? If so, consider the graduate degree choices at Auburn University's Harbert College of Business. Ranked among the nation's best, we offer full-time and online programs in finance, supply chain management, information systems, accounting, and business administration. Learn more at harbert.auburn.edu.
Paul Allen back here with a check of the Yellowwood scoreboard. The two most interesting games now, both in the ACC, where 10th-ranked North Carolina at home has their hands full with Virginia. Right now, the Tar Heels lead at 27-24, a shootout with 12 minutes to go in the game. That is in Chapel Hill. Also down in Tallahassee, talk about having your hands full. 4th-ranked Florida State trailing Duke 20-17. 10 seconds left in the first half there. That's a Yellowwood update, Andy.
1st and 10 Tigers. Paul at the Tiger 33-yard line. 9:16 to go in the third quarter here. Auburn and Ole Miss tied at 14 after Ole Miss scored on its first two drives. That's 6 in a row in which the Rebels have not scored. Hunter, the tailback. Robbie Ashford is the quarterback. Tries to get to the corner. Gets to the 35, out of bounds at the 36. Give him 3 yards on the play. To the Auburn boundary.
Yeah, Auburn right there calling a quarterback sweep where Ashford trying to get Jarquez Hunter out in front of him to be a lead blocker in that situation. We haven't seen a lot of explosive pass in the passing game tonight, explosive plays in the passing game tonight. I think there's a trust issue going on in our passing game. And Auburn just content with just trying to run the ball a lot more tonight.
Jair Shorter wide right, Rivaldo Fairweather wide left to the short side of the field. From the left hash, Ashford turns, hands the ball. Jarquez Hunter bangs forward. He's across the 40, 3 more yards. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 3 for Auburn.
Yeah, 3rd and 3, big play coming up for Auburn right here. Another great field position right here, Andy. It'd be great for Auburn to pick this up. Expect some type of RPO game here, run pass option with Robbie still in the game here.
Auburn 3 of 8 on 3rd down from the left hash mark. Jarquez Hunter in the pistol behind Robbie Ashford. 3rd down and 3 for Auburn. Now they bring 2 tight ends into the backfield as well. The snap. Ashford wants to throw it. He is forced up the field. He gets out of bounds, and he is going to be maybe, they only gave him 1 yard on the play, and he's still going to be about a yard and a half shy of the 1st down.
Yeah, I thought Robbie stretched that ball out before going out of bounds right there, and I thought the fact that the ball is out and his body hadn't touched out of bounds yet. I thought he'd be marked at the first down marker. I'd be interested to see if they review this.
Doesn't appear that there will be a review. Auburn comes up 2 yards shy, and Oscar Chapman out to punt it away.
Oh, man, just 2 series in a row, field position.
Dayton Wade to take this punt. Boomed away by Chapman. Wade, a fair catch at the 9-yard line. Excuse me, that was Watkins, who we were told wasn't going to play tonight with that punt return. Called for the fair catch. 1st and 10 Rebels. Nose of the football at the 10. Jordan Watkins used as a punt returner there. Transfer from Louisville has 36 catches, a couple of touchdowns, 536 yards. CB&S Bank has been family, community, and financially strong since they began in 1906. Visit cbsbank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Yeah, and Auburn's defense has played great tonight considering this offense that they're facing, only giving up 14 points on their first 2 drives to Ole Miss. Ever since then, this defense has settled in and found something against this Ole Miss offense.
Ole Miss winning the war of time of possession, 21 minutes, 4 seconds. Auburn 16-34. This is first down for the Ole Miss 10. It's the pitch. The ball is on the carpet. Judkins picks it up and actually gets a yard and a half on the play. A fortuitous bounce off of the pitch, and Judkins actually got positive yards on the play.
Yeah, that was a fumble because it's a toss sweep, what they call it, and that ball hit the ground. He was fortunate enough to have a perfect bounce back to his hands.
2nd and 8 for the Rebels at the 12. From the left hash mark, Dart with wide receivers, double wide receivers. A single receiver to the left, that is Watkins. And 2 wide receivers to the wide side of the field, the Auburn boundary. Judkins, the carry, bowled down at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there. Justin Rogers again in the middle of that Auburn defense with some help from Keldrick Falk.
Yeah, you got the trio of guys in there right there. You got Marcus Harris and, like you said, Rogers and Falk, all 3 involved on that tackle right there, forcing a 3rd and 8 situation. See if Auburn can get off the field here, force Ole Miss to punt again.
Rebels are 1 of 8 on 3rd down tonight. This is 3rd and 8 from just inside the left hash mark. Dart to the line, talks to his lineman. Play clock down to 8. Judkins to his right. The snap to Dart. He's going to run it. Dart taken down at the 12. Auburn stayed home. Asante and Harris combined to bring down Jackson Dart.
Great job right there by the Auburn defense, being alert for the quarterback draw. They brought inside pressure. Dart was able to kind of slip in right there and try to get by 1 tackle, but Eugene coming over with a big hit, like you said, assisted right there by Marcus Harris.
3rd 3 and out for the Auburn defense. 3 and out tracker driven by Truckworks, official commercial truck dealer of the Auburn Tigers. Mazin punts it away. Ball takes a bounce for Ole Miss, and a good backspin, and Auburn will have terrific field possession at the 49-yard line after a 39-yard punt by Frazier Mazin. 1st and 10 Auburn at its own 49-yard line with 5 minutes and 23 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. That is the 7th straight drive for the Rebels in which they have not scored after touchdowns on their first 2 tonight.
Yeah, what an outstanding job by the Auburn defense, but Auburn has got to get some explosive plays here offensively. You can't ask more than what the defense has given us as far as field position for us to be able to kind of score here. We have the 53-yarder by Jarquez early, but we need a huge play.
Thorne, the quarterback, inside the left hash. Turns, hands the ball. Battie across midfield. Battie down to the 47-yard line before he is wrestled down by Jeremiah Jean-Baptiste. 4 yards on the game by Brian Battie. Over 2,000 yards rushing in his career from USF and Auburn. 2nd and 6 for Auburn as we approach the 5-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. Auburn and Ole Miss tied at 14. Tigers have not led tonight. 2nd and 6 for the Ole Miss 47. Ball in the middle of the field. Thorne around right side. Oh, that should have been a face mask. He gets by Batiste and he gets to the 40-yard line. First down, Peyton Thorne on a 7-yard gain.
I'm not sure how the face mask wasn't caught there, because we saw it way up here in the corner. I know the ref saw his head change direction. That should have been a face mask penalty tacked on right there.
No question about it. But Auburn will take the first down at the 40. First and 10 for the Tigers at the Ole Miss 40. From the right hash, Thorne brings the tight end in motion. That is Fromm. Thorne from the gun. Hands the ball. Battie gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that is all. Battie taken down by Jean Baptiste. He's had a big night for the Rebels.
Yeah, we said his name a lot tonight. He's a very active linebacker in there for the Ole Miss.
Team leading 7 tackles tonight for Ole Miss. Cobb, the tailback. Auburn throws it. They were going to try and set it up and try to throw to Holden Gerner, who was going to go downfield. Holden never got a chance to throw the football as he is taken down back at the 49.
Yeah, they was going to throw that ball to Gerner. They snuck Gerner in the game. Holden to Gerner, and Gerner's supposed to try to throw it downfield to Jamal Cobb right there. But he got held. Freeze asking for the holding call to the sideline ref right there, not going to get it. Huge loss right there, forcing a 3rd and long situation here.
3rd and 19 back to the 49. The Ole Miss 49, Thorne from the gun. Hands the ball up the middle. It's a carry by the Auburn tailback, Jarquez Hunter. He gets to the 46-yard line, and Auburn will punt it away. Man.
Missed opportunities on these great field positions. The last 3 drives for Auburn has stalled. And right there, I think they decided to just kind of run a play. You're in the 3rd and long situation. Don't want to give up anything bad and force Ole Miss to have to come out of their own end zone.
Watkins is back to take this punt from Chapman. End over end and high. Fair catch called by Watkins. It bounces at the 3 and bounds into the end zone.
We'll get a holding on Ole Miss here. Might get a re-kick. Or they may take the yards off the...
We wait for the call from Lee Hedrick.
Holding on the receiving team, number 13. That penalty will be enforced 10 yards from the touchback spot. First down.
That's Ladarian Tennyson, the former Auburn defensive back. 2:32 to go in the 3rd. Auburn and Ole Miss deadlocked at 14. Rebel ball when we come back. Auburn football continues in a moment.
Hey y'all, this is Ronte, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich is the pimento cheese. I was like, go cheese, go pimento, go honey, go get it.
Hi, this is Chantrice, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich is the mild spiciness of the pickled jalapenos. No, it's the crispy chicken. Actually, I can't decide. It's the entire sandwich.
Order the honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real Chick-fil-A guests paid for their testimonials.
By now, your daily routine is probably a little too routine. Don't you want to change? Don't you want to start playing by your own rules and escape the routine so your fantasy becomes reality? Where every night is an adventure, where new flavors are ready to be tasted, where it feels like you're a winner. Take a chance. Reward yourself. Make your routine anything but routine. Escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and WindCreekCasino.com.
Some people just know the perfect time to hit the concession stand. Those are the people who know to choose Allstate.
Woo! Nice! I never miss a touchdown. Want a bite?
Yeah, he knows he's got a sixth sense for a snack break. Just like he knows that switching to Allstate can save drivers $468.
Saving $468 based on the national average annual savings for new auto customers surveyed in 2022 who switched to Allstate. Prices may vary based on how you buy. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
And we're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and zero sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any sports fan. So make sure you... Wait, Jim, I didn't mean try it right now. We're still on the air.
Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
Really?
No, not right now, Jen. We got a game to call.
Tonight's game against Ole Miss is presented by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM. Now back to Jordan-Hare for more of the Tigers and Rebels.
2:32 to go in the third. Auburn and Ole Miss tied at 14 after the holding penalty against Ladarius Tennyson. Ole Miss will start 1st and 10 at its own 10-yard line. You take a look at a couple stats in this one. Ole Miss total yards 283 to Auburn's 154. Tigers with just 26 yards in passing offense. Ole Miss has been held to 113. That's far under their season average and passing yards this year. But you look at total plays in this game right now, and Ole Miss easily with the advantage at this point, and time of possession in favor of Ole Miss. 23:03 to 19:25 in the ball game. Total plays 52 for Ole Miss, 37 for Auburn.
Yeah, Auburn 3 for 10 on third downs is really hurting us right now. We got to be more efficient on offense coming into this game. We're only completing 33% on third downs. We got to get that number up.
Ole Miss normally 44% coming in, only 1 of 9. You just wonder how long that can hold on third down. 1st and 10 from the 10 for the Rebels. Judkins, the tailback. Fake the pitch to him. Dart looks and he throws. Ball is batted down at the line of scrimmage. Lawrence Johnson, I believe, got his big paws on that one.
Big Lawrence, the transfer from Purdue right there, getting his hands up. They always be taught as a defensive lineman, hey, if you can't get there with the rush, stop your rush and get your hands up and knock the ball down. Exactly what Lawrence did.
2nd and 10 from the 10 for the Rebels. Quickly back to the line. They give the ball to Judkins. Makes the first man miss. Judkins gets 5-6 yards and is driven out of bounds by Cam Riley on the play. Boy, Auburn had a shot to bring him down for a 5-yard loss, but as we've seen so many times tonight, he made the first man miss. It's 3rd and 4 for Ole Miss. Right back to the line for the Rebels. 3rd and 4 from the Ole Miss 16. From the right hash mark, Dart looks to the Ole Miss boundary. Now up the middle, throws, pass complete. First down out to the 47-yard line to Zachary Franklin.
Yeah, that was a long time right there for DJ James to try to stay with Franklin. They kind of run a double move to the field side, and Franklin run a deep dig backside.
First down out to the 46 for the Rebels. Dart, empty backfield. Drops to throw, up the middle again, it's complete. Trey Harris with the stop to the Auburn 30. Jalen Simpson, Cam Riley combined. And Ole Miss starting to find a rhythm in the passing game.
Yeah, you talk about the explosiveness offense. So this offense right here, Ole Miss, like I said, 5th in the nation coming in this game with explosive plays. Back-to-back, 2 plays right there, explosive plays, what we consider. Our defense got to hold in right here and hold them to a field goal.
Dart 9 of 16 for 166 yards. 1st and 10 Rebels just outside the Auburn 30. Dart is under center. Turns, he pitches the ball. Bentley hit after a 1-yard gain, and that's as far as he will go with a flag coming down. Flag thrown at the mesh point. Cam Riley was there for Auburn.
Anytime it's thrown in the back, it's usually holding.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense number 6. That penalty will be, of course, half the distance to the goal from the end of the run, and it carries an automatic first down.
That was going to be a 1-yard gain. Instead, it's a first down as Austin Keys is called for the face mask.
Tough right there for Auburn. Getting a hit like that in the backfield, and Ole Miss catching a break right there with a 15-yard penalty.
1st and 10 Rebels inside the red zone. Hand off to Judkins. Tries to get to the outside of the 10, puts his head down. He gets 9 yards before he's ridden out of bounds. They'll give him a first down to the 5.
Yeah, Judkins right there, that speed to get outside, beating Eugene Asante right there, which is hard to do.
Judkins over 100 yards on the night. 1st and goal from the 5. Up the middle, Judkins continues to move the pile, and he's down to the 1-yard line. Keontae Scott was there for the Tigers, and a timeout is called.
An injured Auburn player down.
Injured Auburn player is Larry Nixon III. And now 2nd and goal from the 1 for the Rebels. This drive started at its own 10. Dart from the gun. Sends a man in motion. He's going to run it. Dart dives to the end zone, going straight forward for the touchdown for Ole Miss. And for the first time since Ole Miss's second drive of the night, the Rebels find the end zone, going 90 yards, and Dart caps it off with the 1-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, right there they call Auburn defense and 2 explosive plays on the dig route, and then came right back and hit us on the seam ball right there to set up that great field position for them. I think right there you saw a little bit of a tired Auburn defense there, Andy.
Caden Davis for the extra point. Kick is on the way as the third quarter comes to a close and the Rebels take momentum into quarter number 4. Tiger fans, when you're getting ready for an Auburn game day, make sure to check out the new Tailgate Radio exclusively on TuneIn. Tailgate Radio has the greatest party anthems, commercial-free, 24/7. Download the TuneIn app and listen to Tailgate Radio today. At the end of 3, Ole Miss 21, Auburn 14. Stay tuned. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Life isn't made for joint or orthopedic pain. It's made for living, for family, for your favorite hobbies, for sports, for morning walks and afternoon playing in the park. If you suffer from joint or orthopedic pain, turn to the experts at the Orthopedic Clinic. Our board-certified surgeons provide cutting-edge surgical procedures and high-quality, innovative services all close to home. Don't let joint or orthopedic pain keep you from doing all the things you love. Visit theorthoclinic.com and schedule an appointment today.
Fine dining meets Southern comfort at Vintage 2298, Auburn's newest fine dining restaurant and butcher shop. Chef Randall Baldwin and wife Laura present Gulf cuisine with a Southern flair, made fresh farm to table. Seasonal meats, cheeses, wine, and handcrafted cocktails available next door at the butcher shop. Manager Stephen Jacobs and staff bring a new level of service to local dining at Vintage 2298. Private dining and event space available, as well as awesome tailgate packages found in the butcher shop. Experience Vintage 2298.
Earn more on your balances with the Max Elevate Money Market. Enjoy the competitive rate benefits of certificate accounts with no fixed terms and more flexibility. Earn more on your balances and access them anytime. You expect more, and Max delivers. See our amazing rates at mymax.com/elevate. Max. Smart money made simple. Federally insured by NCUA. Certain restrictions apply.
Auburn made here. At Jewelry by Design, we are honored to design and hand make officially licensed Auburn University jewelry. All designs are limited edition or one of a kind and made here in our store. Jewelry by Design, proudly making Auburn jewelry in Auburn. Come by to see all of our fabulous designs or let us make you one. Follow us at jbdauburn.com. War Eagle from Jewelry by Design, located at 590 North Dean Road in Auburn.
First 13 minutes of the third quarter amounted to nothing. A turnover on downs by Ole Miss, and then 4 straight punt exchanges before the Rebels managed to get points on the board, and they did it in big style. This game recap sponsored by Wind Creek Casino and Hotel, with 3 Alabama locations in Atmore, Montgomery, and Wetumpka. You can escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and Hotel and at windcreekcasino.com. The Rebels, late in the period, start at their 10-yard line and go 90 yards on 8 plays. 2 deep passes and a major distance penalty against Auburn set them up in the red zone. Jackson Dart punched in from 1 yard out. We go to the fourth quarter. Ole Miss leads Auburn 21-14. The Tigers ready to take the kickoff and ready to take you through the fourth quarter. Here's Andy Burcham.
Jackson Dart, 9 of 16 for 166 yards on the night. The Auburn quarterbacks are 4 of 6 for 26 yards. The Tigers have just 5 first downs through the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, we got to find a way, Andy, to get it back into our rhythm offensively and try to get some points on the board right here heading into this fourth quarter. It's been a magic of 4 quarters at nighttime in Jordan-Hare. See if we can get another one tonight.
The kickoff is deep into the end zone. Over the head of Brian Battie. And now Auburn must find its offense again. 1st and 10 Tigers at their own 25-yard line as we start the fourth quarter of play tonight. Rebels lead Auburn 21-14. We have seen both of the Auburn actually we've seen all three of the Auburn quarterbacks in the game tonight. Auburn tried that double pass with Gerner and it went nowhere. Matter of fact, it went backwards. First and 10 for the Tigers. Robbie Ashford. Ball in the middle of the field at the 25 in the pistol with Jarquez Hunter right behind it. Wide receivers right and left for the Tigers. Ashford from the gun. Hands the ball to Jarquez Hunter. And Hunter gets a yard or two going behind the center, Connor Liu. Liu playing for the injured Avery Jones, who's went out with what we believe is an ankle in the first quarter of play. Liu has been in there ever since.
See if Auburn tries to go with a little bit more tempo. We seem to do better when we go tempo offense, but you don't want to put your defense back on the field too fast.
Trips to the wide side of the field for Auburn. That's the Ole Miss boundary. Handoff right up the middle. Jarquez Hunter falls forward out to the 35-yard line. Should be enough for an Auburn first down. It's not. They give him about a yard and a half, or about a half yard shy of the first down.
Oh, we right there, shoestring tackle right there from breaking that one and going the distance. Man, a Shunty coming in for Ole Miss right there, making that shoestring tackle on Jarquez. Otherwise, that's another 15, 20-yard gain there.
Jumbo set for Auburn with Jaden Muskrat in the backfield.
Illegal substitution on the offense, breaking the huddle with 12 players. That's a 5-yard penalty, and it remains third down.
That is the 6th penalty tonight for Auburn for 52 yards. And it takes Auburn from 4th and less than a yard to 3rd and 5.5 or 6.
Yeah, it took us out of our jumbo package right there we had. Auburn gets good push on Ole Miss defense when we're in that package. Now we go back to, we got 2 tight ends in the game, spread out formation. Robbie's back in the game. Look for a little RPO action here on 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6 from the 29. Hunter flanks Ashford to his left with trips to the Ole Miss boundary. Hand off to Jarquez Hunter. He gets to the 31, and that's all. That's a disappointing drive for Auburn. J.J. Pegues made the stop.
Yeah, Auburn looked like they right there went with a little bit more conservative of a call there, hoping, I guess they saw Ole Miss in a 5-man box right there. We had everybody spread it out, hoping that we can break one tackle right there and pick up the first down by running the ball.
Well, some self-inflicted wounds for Auburn tonight with those penalties.
Yeah, that 3rd down penalty right there, legal substitution hurt.
Watkins to take this punt from Oscar Chapman, who booms it away high. End over end. Watkins with the fair catch at the 31. And now Ole Miss with a 12:59 to go in the fourth quarter leads Auburn 21-14 after a 37-yard punt by Chapman. Rebels 21, Auburn 14. Stay tuned. Auburn football continues in a moment.
In football, it's important to call the right play. In life, it can be even more important to make the right call, especially regarding termite protection. To protect my home, I called Cook's Pest Control and got the Centricon system. You don't have to live with termites. For a free quote, make the right call. Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
With Vizzy's vibrant dual flavors, the vibe is yours to decide.
I'm thinking Vizzy Refreshingly Berry. A round of blackberry lemon at the bar?
Could be good. Maybe Vizzy Vibrantly Tropical.
You always say vibrantly tropical.
Come on, a cooler full of papaya passion fruit on the beach?
Oh yeah, that's a vibe. I'm down.
Vizzy Hard Seltzer. Flavor for every vibe. Naturally flavored with other natural flavors. Celebrate responsibly. 2023 Molson Coors Beverage Company. Milwaukee, Wisconsin flavored beer.
Are you looking to advance your career without putting your life on hold? Consider the flexibility of an online MBA at Auburn University's Harvard College of Business. Ranked among the nation's best by U.S. News and World Report, our 100% online MBA program provides the flexibility you need to pursue a degree while maintaining your personal and professional life. Learn more at harvard.auburn.edu.
This is Coach Hugh Freeze. The support of the Auburn family is vital to the success of our student athletes, and On to Victory plays a crucial role in that. Please help keep that good work going by joining On to Victory today. War Eagle.
This broadcast of Auburn football is brought to you by Aetna, proud sponsor of the Auburn Sports Network.
12:59 remaining in the third quarter at Jordan-Hare Stadium. First down and 10, Rebels at their own 32. Ole Miss leads Auburn 21-14. Auburn has been called for 6 penalties tonight for 52 yards, and every one of these penalties has been incredibly costly for the Tigers.
Yeah, especially in this game plan. You can tell that the Auburn game plan is to run the football and try to control a little bit of the clock, take our shots when they're there. But unfortunately, though, you get those penalties like that, it sets you behind the schedule, and they have hurt the Auburn offense here in the second half. I don't even think we've attempted a pass so far yet, Andy, in this second half.
On the night, Auburn quarterbacks are 4 of 6 for 26 yards passing.
Yeah, we got to try to get some explosive plays and try to find a way, see if we can involve our receivers in this game here late in this fourth quarter right here, try to take advantage of some of this Ole Miss pressure that they're putting up front, trying to stop our run game.
Bentley is the tailback. Can Auburn find another way to force a turnover in this one, down 21-14 with just under 13 minutes to go?
Needed a big way here.
Dart out of the gun. Bentley to his left. The tight end pre-score now sets up in the slot to the right. Zachary Franklin split wide to the left. Excuse me, to the right. Dart hands the ball. Bentley to the corner, 5 yards. He gets 7 yards out to the 40-yard line. Give him 8. And Nehemiah Pritchett down in front of the Ole Miss sideline, holding his left hip.
Looked kind of awkward on that tackle right there that Nehemiah tried to make. He coming off an ankle injury early in this. He got caught in the tackle.
7 yards on first down for the Rebels. Ball is marked at the 39-yard line as Pritchett stays down in front of the Ole Miss bench. And a timeout has been called with 12:45 to go in the fourth. I'll give you a report on Nehemiah Pritchett when we come back. Ole Miss 21, Auburn 14. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Things we take for granted, ordinary opportunities for parents and their children, can be a foster child's extraordinary. You have the power to do something positive that will change the life of a young person right here in Alabama. Open your heart and open your home to a foster child today. For more information, visit www.dhr.alabama.gov or call 1-866-64-AL-KIDS. Brought to you by the Alabama Department of Human Resources, the Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Bruce Pearl. You know, we've been a top 11 program 5 of the last 6 years. If we could, last year the best we got was 11th. But to do that, you got to play the best teams in this country. You got to step out. Games in Huntsville against UNC Asheville, that game's already sold out. We're going on the road to Appy State. I mean, who plays teams like that? Me. On the road. I was mid-major. I know how difficult it is. We played at Murray State. We played John Morant. We played at UAB. It's because I was a mid-major guy. I know how difficult it is to get those games on a schedule, and we will be the only Power 5 school to play at Murray or at Appy State in the Carolinas. The only one. You know, I talk a lot, and so I'm going to talk the talk. I got to walk the walk, and so it's important that I play these teams.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
We've all fallen into boring routines. We just keep doing what has to get done. Isn't it time to escape the old routine and make time for yourself? Make time to go out with old friends. Make time to add excitement back into your life. Make time to feel like a winner again. Life is more fun when you live it. So what are you waiting for? Escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and windcreekcasino.com.
Nehemiah Pritchard was able to jog off the field under his own power. He did not go to the injury tent, so hopefully Nehemiah good enough to come back into this ball game. 12:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Ole Miss leads Auburn 21-14. Rebels 2nd and 3 from their own 39-yard line. Total yards in this one: Ole Miss 366 to Auburn's 166. 166 through the air for the Rebels, 26 for Auburn. 200 yards rushing for Ole Miss tonight, 140 yards rushing for Auburn. First downs: Ole Miss 17, Auburn 5, and that is 1 first down for Auburn in the second half of play.
Yeah, you talked about Nehemiah Pritchard there, Andy. You know he missed the first 3 games of this season, coming off that sore ankle, high ankle sprain back in the training camp. I hope he's all right there. Got rolled up, got kind of caught in that tackle right there on the sidelines. But Auburn need a big play right now defensively. Somebody's got to step up right here and make a big play for this defense against this Ole Miss offense.
Double wide receivers to the wide side of the field. That's the Auburn boundary for the Rebels. Handoff goes to the tailback, Ulysses Bentley, and he has a first down. Keontae Scott made the stop for Auburn, but not before Bentley gets 3.5 yards and moves the chains for the Rebels out to the 43-yard line. Time of possession right now, 23-35 for Ole Miss, 21-26 for Auburn. Ball at the right hash, double wide receivers right and left for Ole Miss. Bentley flanks Dart. Dart from the gun in the pocket, and he's going to go down, a sack on the play. That's number 52 for the Tigers, Justin Rogers with the sack for Auburn.
Yeah, great coverage right there by the Auburn defense, secondary right there, not giving up any space right there for the Ole Miss offense. Right there, Justin Rogers, good push up front, the transfer from Kentucky. That's what we expect from him right there in the line of scrimmage. -6 right there for Ole Miss.
Didn't let him get out of the pocket, just collapsed it. Judkins replaces Bentley in the backfield. 2nd and 15 for Ole Miss on Auburn's 6th sack of the night, or 5th sack of the night. Play action, Dart drops the throw. He's in trouble. Dart gets away from the first man. Dart across the 35 to the 40, across midfield, dives at the 45 for an Ole Miss first down.
Gosh, it's a huge break there for Auburn, man. They had the pressure, had the right blitz dialed up. Dart able to circle around and get his way out of trouble right there, and picked up a huge gain on that play.
Ole Miss right back to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 from the Auburn 45. 10:53 and counting in the fourth. Rebels on top of Auburn, 21-14. Dart looks to the line, or excuse me, looks to the sideline to get the call. Judkins flanks Jackson Dart from the right hash mark. Dart will run it, and Dart tripped up in the backfield by Marcus Harris. He is able to fall forward and get a yard or two on the play.
Good job of Harris right there, staying backside on his defensive position, D-tackle right there, not letting Dart get through. Great tackle right there to create a, y'all got timeout by Ole Miss here.
I think the chain has broken on the Ole Miss sideline. The chains are broken.
Oh, the chain is broken, or someone's down over there.
No, it's the chains they're working on.
That gives Auburn defense a little chance to rest.
Yep. 2nd and 8 for Ole Miss. The linebackers for the Tigers are Larry Nixon III and Eugene Asante.
The Auburn defense on that play before had Dart wrapped up. He was able to escape for a big play. See if we can force a negative play here on 2nd down by the Auburn defense.
Approaching the 10-minute mark of the fourth quarter, the Rebels lead Auburn by 7. 2nd and 8 Ole Miss at the Auburn 43. Auburn rushes 5. Dart up the sideline, 1-on-1, and it's caught and down to the 10-yard line for the Rebels to number 9, Trey Harris. Single coverage out there from McKay and Lee. First down for the Rebels in Auburn in the red zone.
McKay and Lee coming in for Nehemiah Pritchard. I think Kiffin saw a matchup over there, trying to attack that young freshman right there. Just a great throw and catch right there by Ole Miss offense.
Harris, a senior from Lafayette, Louisiana, a transfer from Louisiana Tech. First and 10 or first and goal from the 8 for the Rebels.
Auburn got to do everything they can to keep Ole Miss out of the end zone here.
9:20 and counting in the fourth. Pre-scoring the tight end, sets up on the left. Dart will run it around the left end. Dart forward down to the 6. Larry Nixon takes him down on the play. So does Ikevius Walker for Auburn. It's going to be second and goal. They'll give him the 5-yard line. Ball at the left hash. Rogers and Harris check in up front for the Tigers. Zion Puckett in the backfield for the Tigers. As Donovan Kaufman checks out. Second and goal from the 5 for the Rebels. Ball on the left hash mark.
Auburn got to be alert for where Dart is right here. They've always motioned the guy and faked the outside play.
Wade and Bentley, they send Wade out of the backfield. And a flag is thrown. And Ole Miss take too much time.
False start.
False start.
False start on the offense, number 67. That's a 5-yard penalty, and it remains second down.
It will be second and goal from the 10.
Yeah, Ole Miss was going to motion the guy to the backfield again, like they always do, and try to fake and draw it again.
Yeah, it was Wade, the wide receiver, that went out of the backfield. I wonder if he just took a step forward before the ball was snapped.
Big break for Auburn right there.
Let's see if Auburn can take advantage. Second and goal from the 10 for Dart. Judkins flanks him from the left hash mark. Wade in motion. Jet sweep to Wade. Tries to get to the outside. Wade taken down at the 8. And a flag comes in, and it's going to be a late hit against Auburn.
Got to be smart if you're Auburn defense. You got the guy wrapped up for a tackle. You can't come in late like that and try to finish a guy. He's already going to bounce.
It was going to be third and goal from the 8. Now it's going to be first and goal for the Rebels.
After the play was over, personal foul, late hit out of bounds on the defense, number 9. That penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal from the end of the run, and it carries an automatic first down.
Eugene Asante with a costly penalty.
Yeah, that's another costly penalty. Andy, we talked about it. Penalties just come at the wrong time. You're about to force a third down situation and hopefully a field goal. Now you give a team an automatic first down.
First and goal from the 4 for the Rebels. Clock rolls inside 8 minutes. Rebels up 7. And they patent it up the middle, and it's a touchdown. Quinson Judkins for 4 yards into the end zone. And the Rebels go up 2 touchdowns.
Auburn going to have to need some real magic here in this fourth quarter. We've got to get some explosive plays now offensively because we're not allowed to run the football as much because the time is an issue here late in this fourth quarter.
Caden Davis for the extra point. Rebels lead it by 13 with 7:51 to go in the fourth quarter. Ole Miss scored on its last drive of the third quarter and scored on their first drive of the fourth. And the extra point gives Ole Miss a 14-point lead. 7:51 to go in the fourth. Ole Miss 28, Auburn 14. Nobody gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM SEC Radio. Hear live games, news, analysis, and more. Visit SiriusXM.com to start listening. Ole Miss goes 68 yards in 9 plays. Takes 5 minutes and 8 seconds off the clock. Quinson Judkins with the touchdown run. He's over 100 yards on the night. 20 carries, 123 yards, and a touchdown.
Oh, boy, penalties have just come at crucial times tonight for this Auburn team in the second half. Right there, you just got to be smart, Andy. You know, you guys wrapped up. He's going out of bounds. I know Eugene Asante plays with a lot of effort. He plays with his heart on his sleeve. But right there, you got to keep your head up and know where the guy is on the field and not come in there and late hit him out of bounds and get him an automatic first down. Got to be better in those situations of understanding where you're at on the football field.
Brian Battie drops back to the goal line as Caden Davis will kick this one away. Auburn needs some magic with 7:51 to go in the fourth, trailing by 14 to Ole Miss. And this kickoff sails again out of the back of the end zone. Before Auburn takes over first and 10 at its own 25, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Thorne, the quarterback for Auburn. Jarquez Hunter flanks him to the right on the night. Hunter, 15 carries, 91 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
I expect Auburn to go 2-minute offense here, try to go up and down the field as quick as they can.
1st and 10 from the 25 for Auburn inside the left hash mark. Fairweather goes in motion to the Ole Miss boundary. Thorne, play action, looks and he floats it out for Jarquez Hunter, who goes down and is taken down at the line of scrimmage. He was trying to cut back and just lost his footing. 2nd and 10 for Auburn. Clock rolls down with 7:35 to go in the 4th quarter of play. Back to the line of scrimmage quickly. 2nd and 10 for Auburn. Thorne from the left hash. Play action, throws it to Fairweather, and Rivaldo gets 5 yards before he is wrapped up on the play by Trey Washington. Here's 3rd and 5 for Auburn from the right hash mark. Actually 3rd and 4. They gave him 6 yards on the play. Clock rolls down near 7 minutes in the 4th. Auburn trails by 14. Connor Lew to snap the ball to Peyton Thorne. There's the snap out of the gun. Thorne in the pocket, throws it, pass complete and dropped at the 40-yard line. Jay Fair had it and lost it. 4th down and 4. Washington defending on the play.
Jay Fair got to have strong hands right there. You know there's going to be contact at the point of attack. I mean, the point of when you get the ball in your hands, you got to expect it to have strong hands right there and expect to be hit and cradle that ball for the 1st down.
4-down territory for the Tigers. 4th and 4 at the Auburn 31. Clock stop with 6:49 to go in the 4th. Tigers trail by 14. The snap to Thorne. He's going to run it. He's got the 1st down. Peyton Thorne out to the 45-yard line. 14 yards and a 1st down for Peyton Thorne.
A good decision right there by Peyton. Didn't have it what you wanted downfield. Saw a hole in the defense right there. Pick up the 1st down with your legs.
Double wide receivers right and left. Empty backfield for Auburn. On 1st and 10. Thorne throws, pass complete. Jay Fair into Ole Miss territory. He's marked down at the Ole Miss 46.
If Auburn can get a quick score on this drive right here, you still got your 3 timeouts, and you still got a lot of game left here. If you can get a 7, Ole Miss player down.
Auburn trying to go fast, and Ole Miss with a player down. Will stop the clock with 6:11 to go in the 4th. It's 2nd and 1 Auburn when play resumes. It's J.J. Pegues that is down. Ole Miss 28, Auburn 14. Auburn football continues in a moment.
War Eagle, it's a great day for Auburn Tigers to get vaccinated. Many children and adults that delayed vaccinations during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It's crucial that we take steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Children and teens can still catch up on their vaccinations even if they start late. Make sure you and your family are all up to date on all recommended vaccines, including COVID-19 and flu. Let's all do our part to get back on track. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Auburn Athletics, helping the world keep promising.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts, cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
After the game, catch the Regions Bank postgame show. We'll have locker room interviews with players, assistants, and head coach Hugh Freeze, plus scores, highlights, and analysis, all on the Regions Bank postgame show. Show your Tiger pride and get a win for your wallet with the Auburn University Regions Visa debit card and the prepaid Regions Now card. Order now at regions.com/Go Tigers.
Tonight's game between Auburn and Ole Miss is presented by the Alabama Department of Public Health. ADPH reminds you, don't wait, vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines, including COVID and flu. Now, back to Jordan-Hare Stadium.
Good to see J.J. Pegues able to walk off the field under his own power. When play resumes, Auburn will have 2nd and 1 with the Ole Miss 46. 6:11 to go in the 4th, and some work to do for the Tigers, trailing 28-14. Got to score quickly, get the ball back.
Yeah, Andy, we could score right here before we hit the 4.5-minute mark. Now you give your defense a chance to get the ball back. I mean, Ole Miss gets the ball back, but you have 3 timeouts. If you can force a punt, it'll leave you with a 2-minute drive to tie the game up and force an overtime. So all is not lost yet. We just got to make sure we hit an explosive play here.
2nd and 1 for Auburn at the Ole Miss 46. Tigers from the right hash mark. Double wide receiver to the short side of the field, the Auburn boundary. A single receiver to the Ole Miss boundary. Jarquez Hunter flanks Peyton Thorne on 2nd and 1. They bring a blitz. Auburn picks it up. Thorne's going to run it. Thorne's got the first down the Auburn sideline, out of bounds near the 35-yard line.
Got to go quick or the clock continues to run. It's not like the old times where the ball, you can go out of bounds, clock stops. It will continue until 2 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
Now mark him out of bounds at the 37. First down for Auburn. Clock rolls inside, 5:43. Tigers trail by 14 points. First down for Auburn. From the right hash mark, Thorne from the gun. Play action throws, ball is incomplete. And there is an interference penalty on John Saunders. He got there too early. That'll give Auburn an automatic first down. It was Fairweather, the intended receiver, and Saunders smacked him from behind before the ball got there.
Interference on the defense, number 5. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul, and that carries an automatic first down.
Saunders, one of the many transfers that Lane Kiffin has brought into this Ole Miss ball club. He's a transfer from Miami of Ohio.
Yeah,
First and 10, Auburn at the 40 or the 37.
I like to see Fairweather on those stick routes. Just get 5 yards and turn around. He kind of backstepped into that stick route right there. Fortunate enough to get a pass interference.
From the right hash, Ole Miss shows blitz. Thorne to the line. Play clock down to 14. Thorne back in the gun. Puts Hunter on the left side. Thorne drops to throw. Does throw. Pass is complete. Fairweather went backwards at the 30 or the 25-yard line. They mark him down at the 27.
Yeah, Fairweather, you got to catch that ball and just try to get north and south as quick as possible.
4-yard gain. 4-yard gain to the 27. Clock rolls down to 5:09 in the 4th. From the left hash this time. Thorne, play action. Looks and he throws it towards the end zone. And it is picked off. Picked off in the end zone. Number 6, Amari Walton.
Hopefully, Andy's left foot was out of bounds when he caught that ball. Hopefully we get a replay on this right here.
We're in the double coverage there. And Ole Miss, if this interception holds, may have just put this game away with 5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and when you see that right there, the quarterback is called, the offense coordinator is calling that play, but if you see the defense just slough back, I understand time is an issue, but there's still time in this game with the timeouts. Just take the underneath guy if it's not there deep and get the first down and continue to hold the ball and not just throw the ball up there hoping for a prayer.
Went to the end zone looking for Caleb Burton III.
That's right.
And his foot is in. Zamari Walton playing in his 55th career game here tonight.
That ball might have hit the ground.
Transfer out of Georgia Tech. There will be no review, at least to this point.
There needs to be a review here.
Hugh Freeze says that.
It needs to be a review here.
Yeah. And I think we will finally get a review. I think the ball hit the ground.
Yeah, he had that ball in his fingertips.
Yeah, I'm not sure that he had complete control.
The thing is, the refs should have called that instead of Coach Freeze having to use an Auburn timeout. They should call that down and have to review. All turnovers should be reviewed anyways.
Hugh Freeze is talking with 3 officials.
The Auburn head coach is challenging the play on the previous play that it was a touchback. That play's under video review.
Replay reviews are brought to you by Auburn's Houston Clinic. Don't let a sports injury bench you this season. Go to Houston for your fracture, sprain, or strain. Because orthopedics is all they do. Go straight to the specialist. Go to Auburn's Houston Clinic.
Yeah, Andy, my thing is when he caught the ball, he didn't have full possession. At that time, everyone thought his right foot was down. But then by the time he felt like he got possession, the left foot touched out of bounds. But then the ball actually hit the ground, and the ground can't help you with the catch. This should be overturned in Auburn's football.
We'll see. If it is overturned, Auburn still has a shot. Yeah, that ball does hit the ground on its way down. But we'll see.
And he doesn't have full possession. Right there, he's out of bounds anyways by the time you think he got the ball in full possession.
Regions Bank postgame show coming up after this one. Brad Law in the Auburn locker room talking with Auburn head coach Hugh Freeze. Auburn players, assistant coaches as well. Hopefully it's after a miraculous comeback. 5 minutes to go in the fourth. Ole Miss 28, Auburn 14. Auburn hoping to overturn an interception by Zamari Walton. As Lee Hedrick, the referee, talks with the folks in Birmingham.
Right there, he's still juggling when he's trying to secure the ball right there, but he's out of bounds.
Auburn praying that it gets another shot here. As the review continues at the far end of the field. Ole Miss has scored on consecutive drives. Right at the end of the third quarter, the final play of the third quarter gave Ole Miss the lead again, and then added another touchdown. Auburn penalties have killed the Tigers tonight. An interception, if it holds up, just may do it for the Rebels with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
And the more I look at it, his right hand was off the ball when it hit down, and then his right hand ended up with control of the ball when he was out of bounds. To me, that's an incomplete pass.
Well, the review continues on the field. Lee Hedrick talking with league officials in Birmingham. And he has taken off the headset.
After video, the review, the ruling on the field stands. Auburn is charged with a timeout. They will have 2 remaining from the half. They have also used their challenge for the game.
I'm not sure what he's looking at there because his left hand is supposed to be on the ball, but then his right hand ends up with it out of bounds.
Ole Miss ball, 1st and 10 at the 20. Leading Auburn 28-14 with 5 minutes to go. Lane Kiffin's reaction to the review. Pumped fist, and I think he believes he has this one in hand. Unless his team turns it over. Both teams, now Auburn now with 2 timeouts remaining. Bentley flanks dart ball in the middle of the field. 1st and 10 from the 20. Bentley with the carry. Taken down at the line of scrimmage. Number 35, Jalen McLeod with the stop for Auburn. Clock rolls down, 4:44 and counting to go in the fourth quarter. A gain of 2, 2nd and 8 from the 22.
Yeah, that's tough. 2 interceptions if they called in that part of the field. You know, we try to throw a deep post route right before the half, and safeties and corners getting depth, and on that play right there by Thorne, the safety and corner both getting depth. Quarterback's got to learn. Coach calls it for deep. If it's not there, just check the ball down.
2nd and 8 for the Rebels at the 22. Dart hands the ball to Bentley to the sideline, and Cam Riley runs him out of bounds at the 19-yard line. Clock will continue to roll down now. 4:05 and counting. Nice play by Cam Riley there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 for Ole Miss.
Big play right here for Auburn coming up. Ole Miss going to let this clock run down before they snap it. But if the defense can get a stop right here, I don't expect Ole Miss to pass the ball here, but you never know with Lane Kiffin.
Dart on the night, 10 of 17, 202 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. 3rd and 11 for the Rebels from the 19. Dart double wide receivers right and left. Hands the ball up the middle. Bentley taken down. He'll lose another yard on the play. And Auburn calls a timeout to stop the clock. No, I beg your pardon. Auburn did not call a timeout. Clock continues to roll down with 3:14 to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Auburn trying to hope they can get a quick score here and kind of use those 2 timeouts to try to get the ball back with one more opportunity.
Coy Moore back at the Auburn 40 to take this punt from Frazier Mazin.
That was a huge play by the refs, not reviewing that and having Coach Freeze to have to call a timeout for them to look at it.
Another 3-and-out by the Auburn defense. 3-and-out tracker driven by Truckworks, official commercial truck dealer for the Auburn Tigers. And Ole Miss calls a timeout just before the play clock goes to 0. 4th and 10, Ole Miss from the 20 when play resumes. 2:45 in the fourth. Ole Miss 28, Auburn 14. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
When you live in SEC country, you feel it everywhere you go. The traditions and rivalries surround you. As much as you celebrate the game, Region celebrates your financial wins even more. And like SEC fans, we'll never quit. Because in an SEC world, we're the SEC Bank. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Dr. Jan Davis.
I'll never forget the 4th flight of the space shuttle, STS-4, had T.K. Mattingly and Hank Hartsfield on that flight. Now, in those days, there were only 2 people on the mission, so they were the only 2, and they were both from Auburn, and I was so proud that they were Auburn astronauts, and I met them when I came to Marshall to thank the people from Marshall, and they talked about how that orange tank needed a big blue stripe around it, and I thought that was just really neat. In fact, I have it on my wall. They had the Auburn Creed made with calligraphy, and so I have a copy of that. That's very special to me that we carry the Auburn Creed into space.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
Andy Burcham here to tell you about our friends over at Truckworks, the official commercial truck dealer of the Auburn Tigers. Truckworks is Alabama's exclusive Kenworth, Hino, and Isuzu commercial truck dealer, and the Southeast headquarters for dump trucks, sleeper trucks, box vans, and everything in between. Step into their TRP parts store in Opelika for all your commercial truck, trailer, and bus parts needs. Truckworks, the partner you can count on in the transportation industry since 1978. Two minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Auburn's going to get the ball back trailing by 14. Rebels lead at 28-14. Ole Miss will snap the ball from the 20. Auburn still has 2 timeouts remaining. Ole Miss burned one just to save itself from a delay of game penalty.
Yeah, that was a huge call, though, Andy. Coach Freeze had to use a timeout in a change of possession like that. Anytime there's an interception or a turnover and it's close, it's supposed to be called from top to come down and to go and review that. That's a costly miss by the refs because it costs Auburn at least 45 seconds more on this play clock.
Coy Moore to return the punt. Frazier Mazin will punt it. Does Auburn go after him? Take a chance, try and block it, and get a quick score.
He shanked one earlier in the game because of the pressure by the Auburn special team. See if he can do another one.
Moore is back at the 40. Mazin to punt it away. Auburn double teams both gunners. Auburn does not come after Mazin, who punts it away. It's high. Coy Moore back at the 33-yard line. Moore makes the first 2 men miss, and then he is drilled. And Auburn will have 1st and 10 with 2 minutes and 34 seconds to go in the fourth quarter of play. Ball will be marked at the 33-yard line. Peyton Thorne, the quarterback for the Tigers.
Yeah, Auburn's hope right now is, Andy, at the 2-minute mark, if you get out of bounds, then the clock will stop for you. So we have to use that as our advantage. And then you have to quick score and try to get some form of an onside kick.
Auburn 1st and 10 from its own 33. 2:34 to go in the fourth quarter. Rebels lead Auburn 28-14. Jarquez Hunter in the backfield with Peyton Thorne out of the shotgun. 2-step drop, flushed out of the pocket. Thorne in some trouble. Thorne is sacked back at the 30 or the 25. Thorne goes down in the play, taken down for the Rebels. And it's a loss of 6. Second and 16.
That's the worst thing that can happen in that situation, is they end up having to take a sack.
Back to action. Thorne from the gun. Looks to the Auburn boundary. Throws. Diving attempt by Jay Fair at the 35. And it will be 3rd down and 16 for Auburn.
3rd and 16. Auburn can't get greedy here and try to get all of it. Try to get at least half of it back right here and try to make a 4th down situation where you can be more manageable and trying to sustain a drive.
Clock stops with 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 16 for Auburn at the 27. Ole Miss rushes 3. Now 4 on a delayed blitz. Thorne rolls out of the pocket. He's taken down at the 28-yard line. Cedric Johnson out of Mobile with the stop. And Auburn has to call a timeout to stop the clock with 1:50 to go, and it will be 4th down and 15 for the Tigers.
Yeah, that early sack was crucial. Taking a loss and a sack in time was the essence. Probably expect some form of a deep in cut here on 4th down. Try to get a dig route.
Next action for the Tigers is Mississippi State here at Jordan-Hare Stadium a week from today. It's a 2:30 kickoff from Jordan-Hare. We're on the air at 11:30 from our stage on the east side of Jordan-Hare Stadium. Back at Baumhauer's Victory Grill on Thursday night for Tiger Talk as well. So 4th and 15 for Auburn with 1:53 to go, and the Tigers trail by 14 points. 28-14. Tigers have been shut out in the fourth quarter. Thorne from the gun. 2 throw. Steps up into the pocket. Now flushed. He throws. Pass is caught. Jarquez Hunter to midfield. Down the sideline. 40. Down the sideline, and he goes down at the 35-yard line.
Clock will stop on 1st down here. Great decision by Thorne right there. Jarquez getting down the field. Almost scored on that and forced an onside kick early. Get ready here. Gain of 38 yards right there on that pass.
Down to the 26. Clock stop with 1:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Thorne from the left hash. In the pocket. Takes a sack back at the 30. Again, it's Cedric Johnson. That's his 2nd sack of this drive.
Thorne got to know, though, Andy, as an experienced quarterback, you can't take a sack in these situations. Just get rid of the ball. It doesn't matter if you can't find a completion. Find someone you can throw the ball at their feet. You cannot take a sack because you have to use your last time out there. That was a crucial sack right there. You got to get rid of the football.
It'll be 2nd and 15 for Auburn at the 30. With 1:32 to go, and Auburn has used its final timeout of regulation.
Yeah, Auburn only hopes right now is to score quickly and get an onside kick and have a couple of chances to the end zone. But you can't take a sack in these situations. This has got to be a great tape for Auburn quarterbacks to go back and learn from as far as coverage, knowing when to check the ball down, knowing when to not take a sack in certain situations when time is the essence. This can be great teaching tape for these guys, even in a hard defeat.
Cedric Johnson now 16.5 sacks. He has 2 on this drive. 2nd and 15 for Auburn at the 30. Thorne throws complete. Caleb Burton to the 18-yard line before he's driven backwards. Clock rolls down, 1:23. Got to get back to the line, get a playoff in a hurry. 3rd and 2 for Auburn from the 17.
Got to get set, can't be.
Auburn is set. Thorne from the right hash. Looks, throws, pass is caught. Fairweather, 1st down inside the 10. Auburn in the Chick-fil-A red zone. Clock stopped briefly with 1:07 to go. An 8-yard gain for a 1st down. Clock rolls again, 1:04 to go. In the fourth quarter, down 14, Auburn ball. Here comes the blitz. Thorne throws, it's complete, and Fairweather has a touchdown with 56 seconds to go in the fourth quarter.
Great throw right there, great design. Fairweather, 2 plays in a row, same exact play, one-on-one coverage right there. Great job. Fairweather being a huge receiver, huge tight end, catch that ball, reach over end zone. Complete this right here, and hopefully we get an onside kick. Anything can happen in this situation. The game is not over yet.
Clock stopped with 56 seconds to go. It's a big extra point from Alex McPherson out of the hold of Oscar Chapman. And the snap from Jacob Quattlebaum would cut the lead to 7. Snap down, kick is on the way by McPherson. It is good. So Auburn still has a shot. Is there a play or is a flag down? I think Ole Miss may have been offside. It was. And Auburn
offside on the defense, number 6, lined up in the neutral zone. That penalty is declined. The try is good.
Sun South John Deere drive summary for Auburn. 67 yards in 8 plays. Took 1:38 off the clock. Touchdown pass from Peyton Thorne to Rivaldo Fairweather of 8 yards. Sun South John Deere, preferred tractor of the Tigers. Find your local dealer at sunsouth.com. Auburn, remember, does not have a timeout remaining. Have to execute this onside kick.
Yeah, onside kicks have been hard to get, though, but Auburn has known to make some type of special teams play in Jordan-Hare to create some magic. See if we got one more in us tonight on the onside kick. If we can recover this ball, you'll get at least 4 shots to the end zone.
You still got a shot at it, don't you?
Yeah, because the clock still stops after every first down, so you still have a shot. I would love to see us get this onside kick right here and have a shot to see how we respond in a situation like this.
McPherson will kick it. Ole Miss puts just about everybody up at the Auburn 46-yard line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 up front for the Rebels. And McPherson sets this one in motion. Takes a big bounce, and it is recovered at the 47-yard line by Dayton Webb. Took a big bounce, but Webb caught the ball. And Ole Miss will get it now, and Auburn cannot stop the clock with 55 seconds to go in the fourth quarter of play.
Yeah, I like the design right there. You want to try to get McPherson to try to slow kick that ball while everybody chases it down. As soon as it hits 10 yards, you try to jump on it. But it just got a huge bounce right there to kind of help the Ole Miss go ahead and recover that before the onside team was able to get there.
Ole Miss goes to the victory formation. Remember, Auburn cannot stop the clock. Ole Miss 28, Auburn at 21. Ole Miss off to a 5-1 start for the 3rd straight season. That's the first streak like that since the 57 through 62 season. And they're about to go to 6-1 on the season as Dart takes a knee.
Gotta snap it one more time.
Ole Miss just needs to snap one more time. Auburn and Mississippi State next Saturday at 2:30. Our coverage on the Auburn Sports Network begins at 11:30. This will be the 4th straight loss for Auburn. Dart will take one more knee, and this one will come to a close. The two teams converge at the middle of the field. Hugh Freeze's second game against his former team, the Ole Miss Rebels, ends as the first one did, with a loss. As the final seconds tick away, Hugh Freeze meets at midfield with Lane Kiffin. They shake hands. And this one comes to a close. Ole Miss 28, Auburn 21. Ole Miss with 2 drives for touchdowns at the start of the game, 2 drives at the end of the 3rd quarter, the start of the 4th quarter, and that was enough to win this one tonight, 28-21, Jason.
Yeah, our defense in the second half did such a phenomenal job after those first 2 drives of the game. Ole Miss scored 14 points and held those guys for most of the quarter since then. And you know, you knew at some point Ole Miss offense would get a chance to hit some big plays. It's hard to keep the explosive offense down the entire game. I just felt like offensively tonight in the second half, we didn't take advantage of some of those opportunities when we had great field position and we just kept getting those penalties at the wrong time. And it just hurt us, you know. It's just hard to overcome those penalties when you're still trying to build your offense and build some identity. It's just a tough loss for Auburn. They fought a lot harder than they did a week ago at LSU. The excitement was in the building. You know, this game was everything you thought it was in the first half with all the crowd noise and the excitement. And, you know, this is something Auburn's got to learn from and continue to keep building. You know, this thing is building blocks, and it can be a little frustrating, but they look back at the film, though, and I think they're going to kick themselves a little bit, not taking advantage of some of those great field positions in the third quarter.
Final score tonight, Ole Miss 28, Auburn 21. Stay tuned. Auburn football continues in a moment.
What does commitment sound like? At Alabama Power, we hear you, we see you, and celebrate you on long practice days, game days that bring us together, and every day in between. Your commitment to making an impact for the team, for the fans. That inspires us to be at our best for the communities we champion across the state. We're committed